Gary Samson was a friend of mine. Such a tragic fate.
Good afternoon, guys. Welcome to the world's most powerful horse racing method, aka the codes. And I'm the horse racing advisor behind it all. You can find me through www.horseracingadvisor.co.uk. Excuse me while I just turn the background film down. Right, so we've landed a gamble in the first today. Before I started recording, umming and ahhing. You can check that up on Racing Index, proofed results. Just look for the Horse Racing Advisor. And like I say, a lot of these bets I don't get in recorded in time, so much so 1,000 points worth over 3 months, which shows me to be at a loss, I think, currently, instead of massive gains. And this is why we're now recording on YouTube, to show each and every horse that we would have had. And Star Galaxy is a gamble in this first, but the favourite is signalling for the win. In the first at Leopardstown, yet, so we will go each way on Star Galaxy. It's a maiden non-handicap, so statistics tell us 90% of the time the winner is going to be coming from the first 3 in the betting. Good old Ryan Moore for AP O'Brien's, very dangerous there, but it's not, it's a very weak signal. Star Galaxy is a very strong signal. Joseph O'Brien. An O'Brien domination, methinks, in this one. Potential reverse gamble there and Save the Last Dance, but with it being a non-handicap, it's doubtful. So strong money for all-time great here. So we go for the money horses. We always leave the favourite unless it is a fixed signal or a gold gamble. Fancy gloves, point to prove. I don't think anybody's got a chance to get in this first 3 past the O'Briens. This trainer's had 1 or 2. Potential reverse gamble there, potential reverse gamble there, but we'll just put in a saver just in case, because it is one of the O'Briens. Save the Last Dance is a potential reverse gamble. So 2 minutes to the off. Got it in plenty of time. 4-day meetings, so it's going to be quite busy. Kempton is a good night meeting, and we have had rain, so like we're heavier at Leopardstown, so these reverse gambles can come in on days like this. Just uploading right now to YouTube one that I did miss to record, that a reverse gamble won in the first in this video that's just coming up. The world's most powerful horse racing method, the code video, will show you a reverse gamble 33-1 beating, turning over a 2-7 on favourite, I think it was, and I think the ground had changed there as well. So without further ado, let's get into today's racing properly. Let's pass you over to the commentary and see what the professionals say. And guys, really, you don't want to be paying for any services apart from mine. If you want a consistency of winners, just listen to these guys and don't pay for nothing, honestly.
Number 6, Flea Floor Flefest. who has a real soft ground pedigree. It's 66 to 1. She might plug on into a place because she appreciates the ground, but yeah, this is a good horse will win this. It's just heavy ground.
So again, if this was a handicap, we'd be really interested in these reverse gamble signals here. Fancy Gloves weak, Point to Prove strong, and Anora weak. So yeah, Point to Prove is a strong reverse gamble there. I should have put it in really. I've only just put, so 2 reverse gambles, Save the Last Dance and Point to Prove. Yeah, so if it was a handicap, but let's see how she goes. See if the money down is correct. Now on the late opening shows on this race, Star Galaxy is approaching his original price. That leaves the strongest each way selection here now is All Time Great. See how accurate this market is.
Wayne Lorden on the outside leads by less than a length. Flafest, Luke McAteer on the outside is All Time Great Seamus Heffernan alongside stable companion Boogie Woogie, and Ryan Moore in 5th position. Star Galaxy Dylan Brown McMonigal, followed by Fancy Gloves Rory Cleary, as is at Chris Hayes, a couple of lengths then to on the inside Night Blue Shane Foley alongside the red and yellow colours of Point to Prove and Sean Bird, and about 2.5 lengths adrift at the back of the field and Nora Robbie Colgan as they head on, nearing the 5 furlong point and the end of the back straight. Save the Last Dance leads now by over 2 lengths from on the inside Boogie Woogie, sharing second spot with Flafest, and they're followed by Star Galaxy. All Time Great nudged along. Behind them is Azazat towards the outside with Fancy Gloves as they pass the half-mile pole and make the swing that'll bring them across towards the straight. Save the Last Dance in the pink colours leads by 2 lengths. Disputing second spot, Boogie Woogie on the inside of Flafest, and they're tracked by Star Galaxy. All Time Great is pushed along, making ground around the outside is Azazat as they near the turn in. Save the Last Dance out in front, chased by Boogie Woogie. Flafest around the outside, Azazat. Star Galaxy trying to make headway behind him. All Time Great is weak and Night Blue stays on, but with over 1.5 furlongs to race. Save the Last Dance still out in front, chased by Boogie Woogie. Azazat with the noseband on the outside. Star Galaxy behind them in 4th. Inside the final furlong, Save the Last Dance still leads. Azazat and Boogie Woogie both staying on. Star Galaxy back in 4th, but with 50 yards to race. Save the Last Dance and Wayne Lorden in front will win the opener from stable companion Boogie Woogie second. Azazat third. Star Galaxy was 4th.
Well, they went slowly. Often it can pay to be on the front end in that type of race, and so it's proved with Save the Last Dance for.
So the largest of them all, Reverse Gamble, was correct. 25 times your money. I think Star Galaxy and All Time Great might have placed as well. Win-win situation there. In the second, I will, let's see, pull up and show that we did get the 9-1 winner in the first. It did take 4 or 5 horses and the other ones didn't place, but yeah, profit all the same. You can check on Racing Index. I think it takes about a day to process the selections in there. So Nottingham, let's take an early read on that. We've got 6 minutes yet to go. Strong for Expressionless. Potential reverse gamble invested. Zara's Return strong. And Macho Sun strong. So I would suggest they are up. There's 3 selections in only a 5-runner race. Suggests to me that invested is a true reverse gamble. We'll just wait for final shows on this one. I'll be back in around 4 minutes. Right guys, so as Oming and Ari was a gold gamble landed, and we Save the Last Dance was a reverse gamble landed, and a lot was 3 or 4 wasted bets with Oming and Ari, because I'm putting all the strong ones in today. In this race I can't put the strong ones in because I won't get away with it at the prices. There's a gold win on the favourite, Expressionless. I'll just put this in, and there's a reverse gamble which I'm going to put in, more value, Nottingham 205, invested. Macho Sun is only a weak signal now on the opening live shows, and you see how much this market changed from those earlier prices, just flipped. So Zara's Return seems to have strong each way money, and Expressionless, there's no point to backing that price. There's gold each way gamble then, might be, or it might have just broke a leg, invested. And that's where the value is for me. And as you saw, the other 2 placed horses at Ireland didn't come anywhere. The strong selections, I mean, so the strong selections didn't come anywhere in the first, and strong selections didn't come anywhere in Ireland. So that's just 4 or 5 bets taking away our profit, but good profit. To snatch 10 to 1 in the first and 20 to 1 in the third. So we're already well over 30 points, 30 times your money ahead. As soon as I stop proofing these, I'll start actually betting these, and things get exciting. Macho Sun's come quite strong in the market late off. More money for it. 11, 10s, 9s. Wouldn't surprise. And the favourites flipped back to 11 to 8 from 6 to 4. So it's too late to put that selection in now. But Macho Sun, yeah, definitely up to something.
Last of all, as they come to the top of the home straight now, and Invested, the only previous winner in the field, leads them down to the final half mile. To in second, Macho Sun in the black and white away to the left. Zara's Return in the light blue making ground on the far rail. Gold Kit also closing in widest of all. Expressionless getting a shake of the reins just in behind them, and now more firmly driven with 2.5 furlongs left to go. Zara's Return has come through to join Invested. Macho Sun and Gold Kit 4 line abreast. Expressionless trying to get on terms, but has got a couple of lengths to find as they race down to the final 300 yards, and Macho Sun and Invested go on again from Zara's Return. Gold Kit hasn't picked up. Expressionless, he's beginning to run on, but having to switch out behind horses as Macho Sun's gone for home and has opened up by a couple. 2 Expressionless in second, Invested in third. It's Macho Sun from Expressionless who's closing with a flourish on the outside and getting up. Kyle Strider, my first winner here in Britain, drives Expressionless away to win. Beat in second, Macho Sun. They were clear of Invested, Gold Kit and Zara's Return.
Well, it didn't look likely at various stages, but Expressionless.
Yeah, so the gold win gamble beats that late move for Macho Sun in second. Macho Sun trying, or was it arranged to be that way for the bigger forecast? 2:15 Wincanton. We'll come back, switch the video off, and come back at 2:11. Let's take a look at the market currently and watch how it flips. Last opening shows. Now the bookies have taken it. They must have seen my videos, must have seen something. They've been following me closely and attacking me for years. And so they're trying to make my job harder. And they might change it all eventually, but they open the last shows that they know full well I read very late before the off. I used to get 5 minutes to read a race. Now I might get 1 minute to read up to a 16 runner race. Okay guys, excuse Judge Judy in the background. I have to live a life at the same time. Right, so I'm going to just do a couple of checks.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Is that what you want me to believe? There are some small other details. Well, you can tell me whatever small details you like, but if that's
Good ground.
you want me to believe,
Not very good for Venetia Williams, I wouldn't say. Judge Judy doesn't buy it. Right. Let's wait for that market to flip. And if it doesn't flip, I'll use this one. Where are we?
Save £30 on Estoril 18 volts win pack. And save 25% on the Turbo TX trade pack. Buy any one silver product and get one half price. And get this Titan hose reel now under £30.
Is that Heros or Hatos? Is there a Heros? Oh, there is a Heros and a Hatos in this race. Oh dear. Weak signal for Oscar Moonshine. Gold each way gamble for Great Ocean. Let's get them in.
No letdown for me. The food is delicious.
No doubt. I lost weight and it stayed. Saying yes to you.
So, reverse gambles are definitely switched on today, so we'll just check for those. I'll do each way gamble for Longshanks. Better put them in because I might not get them in time. Wincanton 215. Strong each way for Hatos. Or is it Heros? Hatos. I'll just put it in at the 10k each way. And good news is not has signalled a weak reverse gamble. There's a distance winner. He's got a couple of ones to his name. Trainer's not really on at the minute. So yeah, 3 main selections there, 2 gold in Great Ocean and Longshanks. So let's see how that works out.
Moonshine and bigger prices bar those. Yeah, there's sort of 4 of them looked as though that they want to be sort of fairly prominent here, Kate. The way that they're lining up. We'll be heading to Wolverhampton for their opener after this contest at Wincanton. They start at 2:25. Right, being called forward now at Wincanton. Casper's Court 4-1 favourite to land the hat-trick. We can go back and rejoin John Blantz.
Flag is down, the tape is back, and they're off and racing for the Respectin Racing Amateur Jockeys Handicap Hurdle over 2 miles 5 furlongs and 82 yards, and making their way towards the first Hatos. Just about the leader, the striking grey Casper's Court is also prominent as they come towards the first flight of hurdles, and they all pop over it okay. Safe for Longshanks, who was a bit slow over it and a little bit untidy, was Clunea towards the rear of the field there in the purple and yellow colours as they make their way over flight number 2, and Clunea again wasn't particularly fluent at that one, and is at the back of the field at the moment, making their way on towards the next. And it's Casper's Court, just about the leader. Enjoy Your Life, the green colours towards the outside as they come to this one and jump it. Hatos is over okay there in a share of the lead. Coming towards the next 4 flights of hurdles over on the far side today. So 12 in all to be jumped as they come towards that one. Longshanks again at the back of the field. Clunea towards the rear. Great Ocean towards the back as well. Longshanks already being driven along. So they make their way out of the back straight very shortly. And it's Hatos that leads. Taking a rather wide course is Enjoy Your Life. Casper's Court the grey. Followed then by Good News sneaking up the inside. Then Oscar's Moonshine in the red and yellow colours. Also there's See Lot More Business. Then Great Ocean. Followed then by Clunea and Longshanks is at the back of the field. But not necessarily going the breakneck gallop that could have been the case. As they make their way down the side of the track, they'll be swinging into the home straight very shortly, and they'll have 2 flights of hurdles to jump on this part of the course. And it's Hatos who's just about the leader, to in second position Enjoy Your Life. Casper's Court now just relegated to third. The grey horse there in the 2-tone blue. The dark blue there of See Lot More Business is racing in a relatively prominent fourth. Oscar's Moonshine, I think Paul and Olive Nichols combination not too far off the speed either as they come towards what will be the second last in a circuit's time. Enjoy Your Life just about picked up in front. It was a nice athletic leap though from Hatos towards the left as we look at them. Then Casper's Court, followed then by See Lot More Business and Oscar's Moonshine. Then Great Ocean in between those two. Clunea is in the purple and yellow colours, and Longshanks just being nudged along. And Good News has just lost the position as well. The red headgear now just towards the back of the field has been overtaken by Longshanks and now driven along. Good News. So they come past us with a circuit of the track to get round. 6 more flights of hurdles to be jumped, and it's Hatos and Enjoy Your Life. Hatos just to Enjoy Your Life in second, followed then by Casper's Court. See Lot More Business is up the inside. Oscar's Moonshine is still there, 3 wide round the turn, followed then by Great Ocean. Clunea has run somewhat in snatches but is still hanging on to the coattails of the leaders, and then Longshanks, and at the back of the field Good News. They're running away from us now. They'll be passing their point of departure very shortly, and as they do so, it's Hatos who continues to just about the lead to Enjoy Your Life round the outside. It's about half a length of difference now. Casper's Court and Oscar's Moonshine, those two just about stride for stride. Clunea gets a little bit closer now, the purple and yellow, and Great Ocean, See Lot More Business, Longshanks, and still at the back of the field is Good News as they come to the first flight over on the far side. Again, Hatos jumped it really athletically, leads by half a length to Enjoy Your Life in second, then Oscar's Moonshine in third as they make their way towards the next. Hatos jumped it well. Enjoy Your Life over on the far side, then Oscar's Moonshine, who's getting a little bit closer there in the red colours. Great Ocean's creeping into this, the sheepskin noseband on the outside of Casper's Court. Clunea is rather wide. See Lot More Business has just lost a position or two in the dark coloured jacket. The other two have been a little bit off the pace for quite some time. That was the third flight of hurdles over on the far side of the track as they come towards this one, which is now the third last. And it's Enjoy Your Life, the green colours. Ears pricked, saw a good stride there. Hatos though again jumped it well for Will Biddick up the inside. It's been a real feature of that one's performance. Then Oscar's Moonshine the outside, followed then by Great Ocean in fourth. This little quartet now seem to be travelling better than the rest, who are headed by Clunea, then See Lot More Business and Casper's Court, who's dropped away. So they're starting to make the swing down the side of the track, and it's Hatos who's saved every inch of ground up the inner as well. To in second position Enjoy Your Life. Oscar's Moonshine's been rather wide on the track but still goes okay. Great Ocean just being nudged along but still within hailing distance, and then after that we have Clunea and the rest. They're starting to make the turn for home very shortly, and it's Enjoy Your Life, the green jacket, just about the leader. Hatos now being asked a question or two up the inside. Great Ocean continues to tiptoe into the contest, and Oscar's Moonshine for Olive Nichols is still moving okay. They've swung for home. 2 flights of hurdles left to get over, and it's Enjoy Your Life prominent throughout, the green jacket who leads. Here comes Oscar's Moonshine now into second. Great Ocean into third. Hatos appears to have hoisted the white flag pretty insipidly. Down towards the second last they come. Oscar's Moonshine, Enjoy Your Life. Oscar's Moonshine for Olive Nichols, just about the leader, jumped it well. Enjoy Your Life though was over well in second, but now the Pro Cush has been drawn on that one. Then Great Ocean in third, followed by Hatos in fourth. Down towards the final flight they come, and it's Oscar's Moonshine who's now on by a length and a half, maybe even a little bit more. Enjoy Your Life is trying to battle back. Oscar's Moonshine saw a good stride at the final flight, got over by a length and a half. Enjoy Your Life though is trying to battle back. Oscar's Moonshine the far side. Enjoy Your Life is trying hard, but not getting there. It's going to be one for the family Nichols. Oscar's Moonshine, the winner. Enjoy Your Life in second. Great Ocean finished in third. And in the end, Clunea has stayed on for fourth.
Now, you want to tell me what
Yeah, victory going the way of Oscar's Moonshine, who drifted before.
you want to who's the
Oscar's Moonshine actually signals strong there. I didn't put it in. It must have been a late gamble as I was dealing with the other selections. So that's possibly 2 down, maybe 1 placed. Let's move on to the next one.
2015. No, because November was the accident. November 2015 was the accident. I gave it to him in March 2015. He had been hard for a very long time. He found a job. He was working part-time as a personal trainer.
You're not helping. Sit down. You want to give me the story with the calmness to someone that I'm going to believe? Right now, I'm not believing anything that's going down here.
Yes, ma'am. I've been using the car for almost a year, since last winter until this November.
Okay, guys, so
Don't speak.
When I had stated to her that
Judge Judy distraction there. So sure. So I've got I had a strong signal for Sweet Mist, as you can see. That's just pulled out to 11 to 4. So it's now a weak signal. My Boy Jack has got a weak signal. Revolutionary Man has nothing. Susie's Connoisseur is a strong signal. Carolyn Sunrise was strong, has gone into a weak signal. But I'm going to leave that in. Cody Gold is a weak signal. Coast may approach into reverse gamble territory. Let's have a look how the trainer's doing.
the time that I wanted to purchase it.
And he promised he would take care of himself. Hey, you give me money for it.
But unfortunately, the accident happened, kind of destroyed everything right then and there.
And
It's a tough thing. It's a tough thing both ways for both of us.
yeah, never.
Oh, no more problem. Give us somebody right. I really want to do that right now.
Don't listen to anyone's advice.
So somebody helps someone out again. It's happening all over the world, all the time. And the guy shit on the girl. Right then. I'm just waiting for those opening shows. See if we can rush them. See if this market's sorted out at the minute. Well, no reverse gamble in this race. Lots of weak signals, so I think I'll just leave those two as they are. Because if I don't get these in by 225, then I won't get them in at all. Like another 1,000 points worth. Some beauties as well, missed. Big gambles yesterday, missed the whole day. I had other work to do.
Whether it's money or work.
I'll take Kylie Saucy out and we'll just leave the strong one in, Susie's Connoisseur. Ah, and I've missed it. It struck 225. It's another one I can't get in. So it would have been strong each way, Susie's Connoisseur. But yeah, the market's a little bit iffy with these 3 weak signals. My Boy Jack, Sweet Mist, and Kylie Saucy.
That's opened up then yesterday. He was a bit of a bigger price than I was expecting. That's rectified itself somewhat now. and he gets Elmay Crute £7 claim off his back this time around. But obviously she's going to have to prove herself on this lad, and is going to have her work cut out to get him into the position he likes to be in from that draw out in stall 8. So yeah, that's just begging enough of a concern about him. So I'd have to still side with Sweet Mist in the hope that she has more to offer.
Okay, Sweet Mist, the 11-4 favourite here. 7-2 the Nail Gunner. 6-1 My Boy Jack. 7-1 Almodovar del Rio. 8-1 Susie's Connoisseur. 10-1 Revolutionary Man. And 14-1 bar those last few going in. They are heading down at Leopardstown for the 2:30. Will be straight there on the back of this Wolverhampton contest. The Black Tiger favoured at 9-4 at Leopardstown. 130 from 7-2 for Harsh. The Prairie 7-2. 6-1 Walsingham. Duke Cador 13-2 from 8-9-1 Dubawi Delight, and 28-1 bar those. Sweet Mist and Coast will be the final pair to go forward at Wolverhampton. We can go take the call for their opener.
Coast to complete the lineup into stall 2.
Antoinette Spiegelhoff is suing her grandchild's mother, 19-year-old Heather Coppins.
Coast the last one in. They're all set. Good to go. And they're off the race over 7 furlongs for the opener. Awkward start for Kaylin Searsha. Didn't break well for this Spread Exports Best Premier League odds apprentice handicap. There was a good start though from Coast, who takes them along early in the light blue and red. Leads by a couple of lengths from the pink of Sweet Mist, who's racing on the inside of the Nail Gunner yellow and black, and then the turquoise and black of Almodovar del Rio. White Bridle, that's Susie's Connoisseur, followed closely by the quarter jacket of Revolutionary Man. On their heels is My Boy Jack in the maroon. A couple of lengths then to Cody Gold, and 3 lengths to the slow starting Kaylin Searsha, who's the best part of 12 lengths behind the pace at a Coast, who's gone off at a really good pace, and they head inside the last half mile. Leads by 2 from Sweet Mist and Nail Gunner together. Clear 4th Almodovar del Rio. Another 2-length break back to Susie's Connoisseur, Revolutionary Man and My Boy Jack in a little group, and then 2 lengths to Cody Gold, who's being pushed along, and the back marker is Kaylin Searsha. Coast not so far clear. Sweet Mist on the heels of the leader, just angling for a run. Out wide the Nail Gunner's pushed along by Elmay Crute. Then there's 2 lengths back to the improving Almodovar del Rio under Morgan Cole. Revolutionary Man the inside. My Boy Jack is next. Heading for home, and Coast is set to be tackled by Sweet Mist. Almodovar del Rio, the Nail Gunner out wide, and in behind them, angling for a run now towards the inside is Revolutionary Man. Coast joined by Sweet Mist, and then comes Almodovar del Rio on the left. On the right, Revolutionary Man still keeps on well, but it's Sweet Mist in front. Now well inside the final furlong. Sweet Mist from Revolutionary Man. Sweet Mist by half a length. Sweet Mist takes the opener. Revolutionary Man is second. Almodovar del Rio is third. Then the front running Coast, and they're staying on My Boy Jack.
So we wouldn't have got one there. That would be minus another point. Susie's Connoisseur didn't place.
What do you do there? How long have you been working for?
Just over a week now.
What did you do before that?
Oops. We've got 1 minute to Leopardstown. Excuse me. This happens too much. I forgot 5 minutes till the next Leopardstown race. I'm not going to be able to get these in. Recorded.
What are you doing? I work at what is interesting.
See if I can get it in to fix at least.
So that when you're working, your mother takes care of the baby. Who takes care of the baby?
Friends and family.
Who watches the baby when you work? My mom. How do you feel about this joint custody?
So I've got the fix in at least. But let's see what else is happening in this race.
I feel alright about it, I guess.
So the fix is the Prairie. The distance is 1 mile and 2. Walsingham Strong.
I just think that she's a good mother. She just likes to party too much. I just don't think that my son should be.
Pinot Gris is a potential reverse gamble. If it goes on the ground, that's a nice big. And the trainer's flying in form. And it's too late to get it in. So, reverse gamble of Pinot Gris and a fix the Prairie and this race. The only two I've got showing.
You best figure out a way, you two moms and you two children, to live with each
Just
other.
put that there, and Pinot Gris
Jointly raise this child. Now, Miss Bigelow, when Miss Fulton
for the members. If anyone's around in members,
$5,200, Your Honor, and that was for cash that I gave them to put as a down payment. Credit card, part of the car went on the credit card. I have statements on all that. Money that I borrowed them to put new tires on the car shortly after they bought the car. I have statements of all of that.
How long have you had the car in your personal possession? Let me make this suggestion to you, because I understand that when this loan was made, it was made to the two of you. How long did you have the car before you split up? We had it since October. Almost a year.
To race. In the lead, Duke Cater by a length and a half to Harsh in second. Closely followed towards the inner by the Black Tiger with the Prairie to his outside, and they're followed by Walsingham. Dubawi Delight a bit closer on the outside in sixth position ahead of New Variant, No Big Deal. And 3 lengths away at the back is Pinot Gris as they head for the half-mile pole and the end of the back straight. Duke Cater still in front. Chased in second by Harsh, then the Black Tiger with the Prairie on the outside. Walsingham is behind them, and then Dubawi Delight as they turn. Over 3 furlongs to race. They're heading for the turn into the straight. Duke Cater by over a length. Harsh is second. Up on the outside, the Prairie. The Black Tiger pushed along on the inner. Walsingham tracks them in fifth. Dubawi Delight and New Variant, No Big Deal, a break to Pinot Gris as they swing in. With over 2 furlongs to race, Duke Cater leads. The Prairie up on the outside. Harsh in the maroon and white. Walsingham makes headway in the centre of the course. Behind him on the inside is the Black Tiger. Furlong and a half to race. Duke Cater still in front. The Prairie. Walsingham down the outside ahead of Harsh and the Black Tiger as they pass the furlong pole. Duke Cater tackled now by the Prairie. The Stable Companions fight it out, staying on from the back. Behind them is New Variant, but well inside the final furlong. The Prairie stretching on. It's going to complete a quick double for Aidan O'Brien and Wayne Lorden. The Prairie wins. Duke Cater is second. New Variant, Walsingham, and in fifth spot was Harsh.
It's a 1-2 for Aidan O'Brien, but with the second and third.
fixed race lands. The fix is fixed. Signalled to be fixed, and fixes it nicely. Non-handicap in the next 240 at Nottingham.
Well, and in regards to their
Just a second. Listen, when 2 children make a child, what has to happen is, and you, as the parents, allow it to happen. Yes, Your Honor. You're both allowed it to happen. But right now, you have a fait accompli. You have a baby, and the baby is entitled to be raised by 2 parents.
Exactly.
2, not 1. 2. You can't have more for yourself. You can't have more for yourself, family. You have to raise them together. Fortunately, you both live close enough to each other that you can do that. But you raise them together.
Judge Judy continues. No.
I'm not looking back beyond that 3-month period to figure out who was working and who was not. People leave you rented for 3 months. Do you understand? Go buy a new one. Perfect.
And later today.
How much was the share of the rent?
$450.
Because you had to pay the one.
No, we shared it. I know.
So that's how much we try and sell you home.
That's right. Thanks.
I'm spying on them to find out if they're a good estate agent.
Right. Ooh. Ooh. Alright. Interesting. Right, so strong favourite here. I would say currently that this one is going to be a lay bet. So let's try this for the first time in here. 240. Bleak is looking bleak, and
every Cotswold Company sofa is individually handcrafted here in the UK. Made with a
lay. What does lay risk mean?
flexible finance options when you spend over £500.
Well, if I don't know how to place the bet, I'm not going to be. Lay stake.
Discover our range of your nearest
Yeah, I don't place lay risk.
That's flights too.
I would think it's the lay stake. To win, to lose, kind of thing.
Booking.com.
Let's confirm the Prairie. 7-2. Easy fix. Right. Let's put that in as a lay race. Lay stake. I don't know how I'm going to find it. I'll research that. So, who were we saying for the money here? Right, so 240. So, I'm putting the strong ones into this one. Military Tycoon each way.
With over 150 years experience, you can count on
Nottingham. Yeah, I've got you.
LVF always made it simple. To get great value memberships, I can get caught for only £119.
Waiting game, strong selection in my method. I think that's about it. Italian Magic. Right. Italian Magic is the strongest reverse gamble of those. Gone and Tot is a weak reverse gamble. Blundell is a weak, kind of strong reverse gamble. Christina done it, knows how to do it with some handy placing. Yeah, I mean, this trainer's having 1 or 2, and it is reverse gambling here. Just to prove the reverse gamble method is very real, and I know the entire horse racing industry is going to tell me it's not, until they see it happening right before their eyes. 50-1 winners beating odds-on favourites that can't be beat at the Galway Festival. And very, 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 very regular. And just keep watching, and everything will be proven. So, what did I say? Italian Magic? Italian Magic. Let's just give it a full whack stake. How's that favourite looking? Right, the favourite now I have to take out, because that's a weak win signal. So we won't be lame bleak. Right, have we got final shows? Are we ready? We've got a gold each way gamble signal towards the off, the waiting game.
No, I don't know what the problem is. I don't know what the problem is either. When they came to court for the custody hearing, they brought a lawyer. If they are going to work it out together,
in fact, every time we have a win, as soon as this is uploaded, 4 hours left to process. 4 hours left to process that.
So I think that he has to be disabused of the fact that he is going to be the only person raising this child. You know, I mean, he's a young guy, she's a young girl. They both have a lot of
4 hours till we get a HD
looks to me as if they were two
high definition available for that last one.
But don't fight with each other, because that's not a good thing. It's really not a good thing. You understand that you picked him, you picked her, you made this child, and he has the right to spend as much time with his son as he wishes, and he has the right to spend as much time with his son as you wish, as long as it doesn't encroach on the other's time. But it needs to be involved with both sets of parents, which is a good thing. Right.
Old Biff vanishes.
I mean, you said for me to use my mom's car, but she works too, and I don't really have any way of transportation.
That's unfortunate, Madam. That's unfortunate, Mary. Listen to me.
Even though I've been paying on it,
Just a second. You've been paying on it for 3 months.
I've been paying on it for
She's been paying
paying
on.
time.
Just a second. Listen to me. When you're living together as a unit, and you separated 3 months ago, I'm not looking back beyond that 3-month period to figure out who was working and who was not. Because you played house together without the benefit of marriage, we don't have courts for it without benefit of marriage living together. Right now, you've driven the car.
You always did have a way with women.
You rented.
Get the hell out of my car, old man! You want to marry that girl, Bev?
Let her son be so responsible, it will be his car. Do you understand? Don't buy a new one.
Right, guys. Let's listen to this race.
A couple more out the back, including Awesome Georgie, who's one of 3 newcomers in the lineup. Goes in along with Italian Magic, and I think we'll be ready.
Well, but just a quick word on Stan. I mean, this will do well to win after. What's that?
I say it's great for our song perspective.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I was going to say it's. I'm pretty sure I'm sure I backed this horse to win a handicap, several Grade 1 handicap chases or great listed handicap chases back in the day.
Yep. Jump to 8.
The last one to leave the starting stalls, Gonato, also nearer last than first with Rogue Tornado in the early strides. The waiting game broke alertly and is the first one to begin, with Yeoman showing prominently and Bleak also adopting a handy position down on the inside in third. Bohemia Rhapsody with Blondell towards the outside, and then Italian Magic back down on the rail. They're followed by the light green of Military Tycoon, who in turn is about a length and a half up on Gonato, Rogue Tornado, and a couple of lengths to Awesome Georgie at the rear of the field as they swing into the far turn. And the waiting game is in front. From Stan, who's settled in second position, Bleak is down on the rail in third in the cherry and cornflower blue. Out wider, Blondell, and between that pair is Bohemia Rhapsody. Next up in the purple and mauve, down on the inside is Italian Magic, the yellow of Regib on the outside as Bohemia Rhapsody's just ridden off that corner. Yeoman behind them, Military Tycoon is buried away right down on the rail, passing halfway from Gonato, and then out towards the back of the field, Rogue Tornado, right towards the rear with Awesome Georgie as well. They've got just 3 furlongs to run, and it's the waiting game by 3 parts of a length to Stan. Here on the outside, Awesome Georgie with a rush from the rear of the field with Regib in the yellow. Just in behind them, Bleak trying to peel off the rail, followed through by Italian Magic, and then Military Tycoon further back. So too is Yeoman. Bohemia Rhapsody's dropped away, and Awesome Georgie and Regib have kicked on. Bleak in the clear now, trying to run down this pair as they approach the final furlong. Then Military Tycoon, Awesome Georgie and Regib still battling away. Regib on the far side gaining the upper hand from Awesome Georgie. Bleak still keeping on in third, but Regib being driven out here by Hector Crouch to make a winning debut. It is Regib who beats Awesome Georgie, Bleak, and then Military Tycoon, and they were clear of Italian Magic.
Yes, it's a newcomer in the Ahmad Al Maktoum Silks. Regib for Archie Watson. Hector Crouch on board, beating Awesome Georgie.
No, sure. I know. Okay, now tell me about why you moved out.
Why? Yeah. Probably because they can make rent. That's the only thing I can think of.
Well, tell me about the day you moved out. We discussed it with you.
So that was a terrible return, so it's a good job we've got so far ahead. That's what you get when you put in these strong selections. So I think I'll switch. There was late money for Stan. Awesome George there, second. 80, 70, 50 to 1. That came very late. That is very sneaky. Bleak did get beat. Bounced back to 11 to 8, so that would have been back to a lay bet. But we didn't get it in. We didn't leave it alone. And we only got a place from Military Tycoon. A little bit of a profit there. But yeah, look at that Awesome Georgie. Late sneaky gamble that I missed. But it's there for all to see. Right.
Continue.
Too many losses, so 250 Wincanton.
Pay it for 1 full month and only partially paid 1 month's rent. I want you to tell me about when you left. Under what circumstances did you leave, Mr. Buckley?
She told me to leave.
Right, 3 non-runners here. That really destroys the market.
What's the name?
There is no fix on.
World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft. You ever heard of it? World of Warcraft. Go ahead.
So at the end of October, we didn't have a choice, so we stayed home a lot. She chose to watch movies. I chose to play video games. We didn't spend a lot of time together. We were pretty much in separate rooms. And I guess she didn't feel like she was getting enough attention. And actually, the day I got a job, she kicked me out.
What did she say to you?
She told me she wants me to leave.
And what did you say?
I agreed, and I said, okay.
And you left.
And I went back home with my father.
Bye.
Okay. Well, I remember one thing and then I forgot the other. But I did not kick him out. And
Did you tell him to leave?
No.
Oh, I mean, that's true.
It's not true. I didn't tell him to leave. And our leases are here. He was never off. Like, we never had a thing where I was going to do the rest of it. No way.
Now, what did you do, Mr. Burkhart, to find a roommate for her?
I did not help her find a roommate.
Why not?
Well, she kicked me out. I was mad. In the
Well, she
beginning,
didn't kick you out. She invoked this or she told you to leave and you left. And what did you do, Miss Carter, to find a roommate?
I actually was looking around. I actually talked to people at the office, and they were like, okay, well, as soon as we get someone that's a single person, that fits the needs, that can move in and whatnot, then you can. And actually, it just happened. They moved in on the 15th of this month.
Where are you living now?
I'm living at home in there with my dad.
Nobody should have given you so much money. I believe Mr. Burkhart when he says that you told him to leave. But I do think, Mr. Burkhart, that you owe her $730, which is what she laid out for you while you were living there. Right?
Right.
Anything else you want to tell me?
I have Lisa here.
So the gold gamble there is my Rockstar, and I put the strong one in with it. Market's just flipped, as you saw. So let's take another look.
Miss Collier, if I believe that
Right, Toad of Hall is. We'll leave it in there. We'll leave it in there. Not interested in the others. Yeah, gold gamble, my Rockstar.
6 months that you decided to stay in the apartment. Do you understand?
Come back when the race commentary comes back. And of course, guys, if I do get enough interest in the free trial, I will run one, and each selection will be said which method it comes from, so you'll have that choice to go for only for the gambles. 10-to-1 winner in the first so far today on that side of things. Let's gamble here with my Rockstar. Or it might be just a book adjustment because of those non-runners. Just took a punt there. Toad of Toad Hall has weakened, and it's too late to bring it back out of the recorded bets, but the only bet I would send here is gold each way gamble, my Rockstar. Obviously we don't back favourites very often. We want them to get beat as much as possible with our each way thieving method. So yeah, so you'll have the choice to follow just less horses with maybe more accuracy. So you could follow only the gold gambles, you could follow the fixed bets, you could follow the reverse gambles. You'll be shown what kind of bank to provide to cover any worst case scenario losing run. And let's listen to this one.
And making their way down the side of the track very shortly. Hard Frost for the Harry Derham yards, going very well at the moment, of course, with Paul O'Brien in the saddle. to My Rockstar, Ben Godfrey aboard. These two wanted to get on with things, and they've both done exactly that, although not at a breakneck gallop as they come towards the next. Leading duo over it okay. Again, they all jumped it safely. Ithaca giving it plenty of air at the back of the field. So they make the turn into the home straight, still with well over a circuit to go, of course. And it's My Rockstar that leads to, in second position, Hard Frost. And then in third spot, going the shortest way, Toad of Toad Hall. Followed then by Begin the Luck, Broad Oak and Ithaca. Over the next they go. Better jump this time from My Rockstar. Hard Frost just went through it a little bit as they come towards what will be the second last in a circuit's time. My Rockstar, Hard Frost. My Rockstar just by about a neck or so as they come to this one. And again saw a good stride. Second jumped it well as well. In fact, they all jumped it well. Toad of Toad Hall in third. Followed then by Begin the Luck, Broad Oak and Ithaca. This will be the last in a circuit's time. Coming to it now, Hard Frost and My Rockstar. They both jumped it as one. In fact, the animals coming in 2 by 2 at the moment as they make their way past us here with a circuit to go. Hard Frost and My Rockstar, followed then by Begin the Luck and Toad of Toad Hall. They've been travelling companions throughout, as indeed at the back of the field have been Ithaca and the orange colours there of Broad Oak, who are now just about as one actually, whereas Ithaca was the out and out back marker for a large chunk of the race thus far. Heading on towards the water. This is fence number 9, the one and only time the water is jumped in this particular contest. And it's Hard Frost and My Rockstar. Again, they both jumped it well. Toad of Toad Hall gave it plenty of air in third. Begin the Luck in fourth, followed then by Broad Oak and Ithaca in the blue and white colours. Heading down the far side for the final time then. And as they do so, it's Hard Frost and My Rockstar. They've been difficult to prize apart all race as they come to this one. Both again jumped well to in third position, a clear third position now, Begin the Luck. Followed then by Toad of Toad Hall and Broad Oak and Ithaca as they come to the next one. This is an open ditch and it's fence number 11. And it's My Rockstar the far side. Hard Frost and a good jump from Hard Frost. Then Begin the Luck in a clear third now. Toad of Toad Hall scrapes the paint on the inside. And then Broad Oak and Ithaca still at the rear of the field. Coming towards the third of the 4 fences over on the far side of the track. Again, a nice leap from the leader there, Hard Frost. My Rockstar jumped it perfectly well as well. A pair of them have gone over their fences like old pros here this afternoon as they come towards the final fence over on the far side. And again, the leading duo jumped it well. Not a particularly good leap, rather skew whiff from Toad of Toad Hall. Adam Wedge just gets a little bit busier in the saddle aboard that one. So they make the turn out of the back straight for the final time. My Rockstar it is that goes on to Hard Frost, who's had the inside line on My Rockstar throughout. They're then followed in third by Begin the Luck. Broad Oak just gets a little bit closer. Then Ithaca and Toad of Toad Hall is the one now who's beginning to struggle at the rear of the field. Over the fourth last they go. Indeed, Toad of Toad Hall has been detached very quickly over that one with 3 more fences still to jump. And going strongly now out in front is My Rockstar with Hard Frost, who's just being nudged along now as they make the swing for home. Still going quite well is Broad Oak trying to get into this, and also Begin the Luck hasn't been asked any questions, but it's My Rockstar who's been at the sharp end throughout. Now Hard Frost is trying to battle back towards the left as we look at them. Third last, My Rockstar, Hard Frost. These two having their own private battle, followed by Begin the Luck. Broad Oak is trying to stay on but can only find the one pace. Down towards the second last they go. It's My Rockstar and Hard Frost, who was off the bridle first but is finding plenty. Second last now. Again they jump it just about as one. My Rockstar the near side, but Hard Frost is finding more when required. Down towards the final fence they go, and it's Hard Frost and My Rockstar. Terrific leaps in the pair of them, just nodded on landing there. Hard Frost, My Rockstar is battling back. My Rockstar the near side, Hard Frost the far. Terrific battle between the pair. Up towards the line they go. Hard Frost battling back, but I think just My Rockstar. It's very close. Looks like My Rockstar over Hard Frost. Probably one for the judge though. In third was Begin the Luck, and the fourth also Broad Oak.
Photo finish.
It's close this. I'm not sure if we'll get a slow-mo, and we often do, but My Rockstar got the better jump at the last. Hard Frost just a little bit awkward. Not seeing a still or slow-mo as yet. The market seems to think My Rockstar held on, which, if I would be honest, was my sort of thinking real time as they went past.
I didn't see Miss Lager's car. Miss Lager, did you purchase vodka for them? Yeah. No, I did not purchase vodka for underage. So why do you think they would make up that kind of story? To make it look good for themselves? No. They could have just said, "We found her, so I believe that you purchased it from me."
So my Rockstar seems to have landed the gamble. Another gold gamble in. Now these were good yesterday. 4 landed out of 5 at prices of up to 12 to 1. One was 6 to 1, one was 5 to 1.
I was at home. My son Bartley came up late that night and said, "Mother, Brett and Nick are
Right, 3 o'clock Wolves. There's a gold win on a gold gamble win on this Totnes, the favourite. We're going to go against it with Harlem Knights. Strong.
By the time I got out there, Brett was off in the car, standing by the passenger mirror. Nick was standing in front of me, trying to kick the headlight, and it stated to me that you kicked the headlight and it didn't break. And Brett said he kicked the mirror off, but it didn't come off all the way.
Reverse gamble, Seagrave Fox.
They were mad at Jessica, I guess, at the time. So
why were you mad at Jessica? Well, tell me why you mad at her.
Qatar was strong. It's now kind of weak. Ran 2 days ago.
There you go. See what happened? If you were mad at her, why would you give her money to buy you alcohol on the same day?
Pearl Eye, a potential reverse gamble.
Now she's the mother of your really good friend.
The other 3 are weak.
So you know her for a long time. You go to her house? Put your hand down. You go to her house?
Back for the commentary.
Sometimes gives you 1-year-olds morons, 20-year-olds, and 19-year-olds are double morons. They should be
pretty soon, and this marker 71 may not underestimate her from what we saw of her last time out. But yeah, it's just a little bit dubious still, though. That win last time out for me to be wanting to side with her at that current price, as my prices have actually disappeared. So I don't know what I'm getting about Rossmore Nation here, Gary, if you've got a price about him.
I'll give you that in a second. I'll just give you the SP's Wincanton first. My Rockstar 15 to 2, Hard Frost 2 to 1 joint favourite, Forecast 23.25, Tricast £106. Rossmore Nation is 9 to 2, Kate.
Okay, yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, I'll take that then. Yeah, posted a career best effort last time out, winning over this track and trip 6 days ago from the reopposing Verhazel. Must carry a penalty, but again, just one who looks to have more to offer. And then the jockey switch, Seagrave Fox, who I thought was also interesting. Just missed out and bring up the hat trick last time out. Still ran well to finish second at Newcastle 19 days ago. £2 rise, but he's a previous course and distance winner. Thought he would have every chance again. So they would probably be the 2 I'd be taking on the favourite with, just because of just those slight doubts. For all that, evidently she's open to any amount of improvement for this yard.
She's very short, isn't she? Very short. I agree with you, Kay. I thought Rossmore Nation was actually one of the only horses actually back today. I think I'm drawn out wide last time. I want to see David Egan do exactly the same thing, rush the horse up and get a prominent position just off the leader.
Soon find out, they've jumped away.
7 furlongs for race 2 of the afternoon. It's a TalkSport powered by Fans Handicap. A slow start from Harlem Knights on the inside rail. He's at the back of the field. Good start from Seagrave Fox, now in the hands of Joe Fanning. Going up fast on the outside in the first time advisor, the grey Goto fan. Wider on the course is Rossmore Nation. Tucked in against the rail behind Seagrave Fox is Qatar, who's racing quite freely in the visor. And then a length back to, in mid-division, the light blue and pink colours of Pearl Eye. On the outside is the silver jacket of Gassan, and then midfield Fire Cell. He's in green and purple with a noseband. The market leader Totnes, she's hidden away on the inside rail in yellow and blue stripes, and Harlem Knights is the back marker under PJ McDonald as they make the swing left-handed and head towards the last 3 furlongs. It's Seagrave Fox leading by half a length as they take the turn, still pestered by Godofan, and then 3 deep on the course is Rossmore Nation. There's precious little between this trio, tracked on the inside by Qatar and Pearl Eye, still with work to do, held up and nowhere to go at the moment. Totnes on the inside. Rossmore Nation takes over as they swing into the straight. Rossmore Nation presses on, goes on from Godofan and Seagrave Fox. On the left, the red noseband of Pearl Eye. Harlem Knights finishing off strongly down the wide outside in the gold colours, and Totnes now has daylight, and with Fire Cell he's making ground towards the far side, but it's Harlem Knights who's come from last to first and he's going on to score here. Harlem Knights returns to action with a win and wins well, beats Rossmore Nation. Pearl Eye in a close call for third with Fire Cell, and behind Fire Cell came Totnes, who could never land a blow.
Harlem Knight has won. First run since being gelded. Comes from last to first to win. Made a move right around the outside on the bend for home. Gets the better of Rossmore Nation. Pearl Eye will get third. Just ahead of Faisal in fourth. The four result there to follow. We're going to have to go straight to Leopardstown because the runners are at the post for the 305, where Crystal Clear is favourite. 16 runner handicap here, so a big field, and we're paying 5 places on this race. 7-4 favourite Crystal Clear. 11-2 for Brazil, former Cheltenham Festival winner, of course. 11-2 Smooth Tom, 10-1 New Hill, Timorid at 11-1, 12-1 Barthose here. Ross Crystal Clear, a winner on Sunday here. It's a fairly quick return. But, well, at least she comes into the race in decent nick. Quite a few of the others obviously returning from a break.
Yeah, I don't think the quick return is necessarily a bad thing. I think it's most definitely a positive. And you say a quick return, I mean, it's been running at Dundalk all winter, so the horse is clearly in good form. There's been a lot of animals recently who, I mean, if you enjoy these conditions, you just want to be striking while the iron is hot, really. So I can certainly see why they're having another crack here, back to the same course. And to be
305 at Leopardstown then. The favourite is another gold win. We don't go for favourites. We're back against, so we go the gold each way gamble for Brazil, gold each way gamble for Brazil, and potential reverse gamble for
That's possible. How old are you?
weak signal for Tamarud, weak signal for New Hill, gold each way gamble. I've put in Dalvey.
Yeah, she'd be of a little interest at much more attractive prices. And then the other one, what price have we got? Where are we? I want to listen. Interested me a little bit. Again, another one who probably need to run, but is Only For Me.
20-1 Only For Me.
Yeah, again, another one who just will absolutely relish conditions, and they're playing around with the trip a little bit. They're trying to work out exactly what he's got under the locker, but he didn't have that much racing last year. And, the 4 runs in soft ground included 2 rock solid placings. So Only For Me and New Hill at double figure odds, because we still don't necessarily know whether the favourite can truly get it done over this trip.
Crystal Clear remains favourite, 7-4, 5-1 Brazil, 11-2 Smooth Tom, 10-1 New Hill. It is 12-1 Barthose. It's tidy up Wolverhampton. Harlem Knights 11-2 winning that. The Sam Norris top of the table. 9-2 second favourite Rossmore Nation. Pearl Eye 18-1 third. Forecast £31 9p. Trackcast £428. Let's go to Leopardstown. Crystal Clear 7-4 favourite on the off.
Off and racing. Missing the kick, focus required. Trails the field in the early stages as they settle down. La Dame Blanche is the early leader. Close up, Timorid. Also close towards the inside is Gratulations. Crystal Clear not far off the early pace as they head down the far side. Keen in front. La Dame Blanche leads from Timorid. Gratulations. Dalby up on the outside. Crystal Clear behind them is Butterfly Garden. Starting Monday has made headway up on the outside. Only For Me in mid-division ahead of New Hill. Alongside New Hill is Quizzical, and they're followed by Dark Note and Smooth Tom and Brazil. Towards the back in the early stages, Group 1 Power. Also towards the back, Wild Dollar, and the overall back markers, the slow starter focus required. As they head on, they have less than 7 furlongs to race. La Dame Blanche continues to lead from Timorid. Close on the inside, Only For Me in red and yellow colours. Improving now to go second. A 2-length break behind the leading trio to Gratulations, followed by Dalby. Crystal Clear next, and then starting Monday and Quizzical and Butterfly Garden in New Hill. As they continue on towards the 5 furlong point. The halfway stage, still leading by less than a length. It's La Dame Blanche, close in second, Only For Me, and they're followed by Timorid, a couple of lengths then to Gratulations, Dalby in the orange colours towards the outside ahead of Crystal Clear, tracking them on the inner. Behind them as they make the far turn with less than half a mile to race. And they're heading towards the straight. Starting Monday, edges up on the outside. Behind them, New Hill and Quizzical as they head across towards the 3 furlong pole. La Dame Blanche still in front. Closely attended now in the red and yellow by Only For Me. Up on the outside, Timurid tries to improve. Behind them, Dalby towards the inside, Gratulations, making headway around them starting Monday. Creeping into contention behind them on the outer is New Hill, Butterfly Garden, and then Quizzical, less than 2 to race. Timurid comes to tackle La Dame Blanche on the inside. Crystal Clear, Dalby starting Monday. New Hill out on the wide outside. Wild Dollar is staying on, but Timurid the new leader as they pass the furlong pole. Crystal Clear in the centre, down the outside New Hill. Wild Dollar wider still, well inside the final furlong. Crystal Clear getting on top. Timurid over on the far side. New Hill, Wild Dollar down the wide outside. Crystal Clear, a winner here on Sunday, follows up. Wins from Timurid second, Wild Dollar third, New Hill, and La Dame Blanche in fifth.
Crystal Clear follows up the recent win. In the end, maybe with a bit in ang, because the horse looked to be pricking his ears and not doing a lot in front. Timurid, Wild Dollar was the other one. New Hill down the outside, all for the places. We'll need the fifth there as well. But Crystal Clear follows up the recent win, Ross.
Yeah, I mean, Sean D. Bowen was he was not getting boxed in, was he?
No.
He has come out fighting off that rail. Lovely ride on Timurid. I thought a horse who had slight stamina doubts in this ground, but Colin Keane gave him every chance. He's run an absolute blinder. He loves these conditions. New Hill, which is one of the two I was quite interested in. I thought she's run a lovely race. She was held about the back. She had to swing wide down the outside to challenge, and that paid for her chances. And Wild Dollar's obviously a bit of an eye catcher as well. But yeah, it's just, you got a horse who likes these conditions at this time of year. It's the same as in the spring and in the autumn. Sometimes it's like this, and so you just might as well just crack on. But be interested to see. Actually, it's not as bad as it first looked. Actually, is it? From the I thought he came.
He just wanted to make sure that he didn't get boxed in, make sure he just got his run, really, didn't he?
If anything, it was the James McCauley horse that it was Dalby that probably did more of the damage to the impeded horse. But yeah, I'd be interested in New Hill next time out, because that one's gonna, if the ground stays like this again, it's gonna be of interest, I think, with that run under her belt.
Crystal Clear, 7-4 favourite, beat Timurid 12-1. Wild Dollar and Evernear a third at 25-1. New Hill 10-1 in fourth. Just waiting for confirmation of the fifth. We were 5 places there. The forecast 24.36. The TriCast £441.
I think the fifth was it La Dame Blanche, I think, maybe, but I'm not sure.
No.
Was it starting Monday? Doesn't matter, does it? Why am I trying to do their job?
I'm generally not sure when they went by real time. I should have been looking out for it, really.
I think it was one of those two.
Yeah, I'd say you're probably right. I'll give you a definitive answer in a second. We will be heading over to Nottingham shortly for the. It probably was that was on the rail, surely, isn't it?
La Dame Blanche.
Yeah. Who's finished?
You were so sure that it wasn't. I was like, oh, it must be Smooth Tom and eye catcher as well from the back.
Look at the crowd there.
That is mad, isn't it? There are. I mean, I don't know if you're a local burglar, and you can find your way into a student accommodation in Dublin. There's no one in them.
Nobody in them at the moment. That is for sure.
Well, it always reminds me of, was it some?
Whoa! I've just got the same images as you. I've only just seen the crowd. Yeah. Oh my god!
I think it was the World Cup. There was something whereby basically I remember when I lived in student, or it was just after student accommodation when I moved to Leeds, but it might be in the Euros of the World Cup. Basically, everyone went to the pub, and half of our entire road got robbed because everyone just knew that no one was in.
Oh, right, okay.
They're all gone to watch an England match, and they just worked their way. They just filled the van down the road.
One door to the next.
Yeah, very much.
Places like student accommodation, I'd say you probably feel that bad when you actually be putting things back into the house as well.
You get. I think they got a lot of PlayStations. Put it that way.
Oh yeah.
A Laura, as Scylla would say, a Laura PlayStation.
Oh. There we go. Kate's got a clue what we're on about, I don't think. She's too young to
I'm
remember
laughing
that.
away, but I have no idea.
No, she's too young to remember that.
God rest her soul. She's up there with Paul O'Grady now.
Exactly.
Having a right old time.
Moving on to Nottingham for the 3:15. 3-year-olds in action here over the extended mile. Racing Breaks Rider is favoured on handicap debut 3-1. Woodstock 4-1, 9-2 Just Bring It, 6-1 Serious Look, Solutra 15-2, 9-1 Goodfella, 12-1 Supreme King, 12-1 for Spear Delata. Gifted Angel, the 22-1 outsider of the field. Lots of them making their handicap debuts. Probably one of the more interesting races of the day. Certainly the most interesting race on this card.
I agree. I think it's a really interesting race. I kind of split them in two of the ones I was interested in. Racing Breaks Rider, Woodstock, Just Bring It, Goodfella. Probably those four, I would say. So the market's fairly on it, but I really like this Woodstock. I'm fascinated to see how he's going to go on the turf. He should love these conditions. The Dam Isabella Bird was a really progressive horse for the Shannons, who broke her maiden in heavy ground at Windsor as a 3-year-old and won by half the track on that occasion. And this horse has been really bad. He caught the eye on debut when he looked like he was going to win, but got beaten by another newcomer, then bolted up at Chelmsford next time out, where he won against the way the track normally rides, and then bolted up again next time out at Kempton. I mean, it was only a length and a quarter, but readily, never in danger. So Woodstock would be my selection. I think he's very, very interesting. Just Bring It, though, made slightly heavy weather of that win last time out, but it was cosy. Yeah, and I do think Goodfella's interesting. Whether it's this time, but I've got two half-decent runs for that horse, so interesting race.
Jumping away at Nottingham, here's Stephen Powell.
Both breaking pretty well. Salutra's also going forward in the early strides, and these three being followed down on the inside by Gifted Angel, Red, White and Blue of Just Bring It, and the orange cap out deep on the course is Goodfella early on. They're being followed through by Racing Breaks Rider, and then Supreme King, and last of all is Spiora Doubter as they settle down and head towards the far turn at the end of the race course. And with the lead, it is Serious Look leading up half a length to Woodstock in second on his turf debut. Gifted Angel racing third, followed in fourth by the white face of Salutra and Harry Davis. 5 on the inside is Supreme King, 6 out wide Racing Breaks Rider, and between that pair is Just Bring It, and they're being followed as they come towards halfway by Spiora Delta, and Goodfella, who was wide early on, is now at the back of the field. They line up for home, and Serious Look leads for Ben Curtis by a length. 2 in second, Woodstock on the outside. Gifted Angel in the light green cap is in third. Supreme King looking for a way through the red and white. Racing Breaks Rider moving up to within 2 lengths of the leader down the outside from Salutra. Spiora Delta's also trying to make ground as well. Goodfella's got quite a lot to do, and Just Bring It's trying to challenge on the extreme outside. Racing onto the final 2. Serious Look the far side, Supreme King. Racing Breaks Rider now joining in. Woodstock has given way, so too has Gifted Angel, and these 3 up front are going on. Serious Look the far rail. Racing Breaks Rider and Supreme King moving on now from Serious Look there, followed by Spiora Delta inside the furlong. It's Racing Breaks Rider on the near side, Supreme King the far side. These two battling it out with 100 yards left to go. On the far side, Supreme King is digging in. Racing Breaks Rider trying to hold on, and that is close. Racing Breaks Rider and Supreme King go past together. Spiora Delta was followed by Gifted Angel and Serious Look.
Yeah, fairly close. Front pair have come nicely clear. Racing Breaks Rider near side of number 6 Supreme King. Come home in that order, I think. Not a lot between them though, it has to be said. How close they got, I've no idea. Nicely clear of the third. It was hard work in the conditions, but it was always going to be, I suppose, Ross.
Yes, yeah. The thing is that you sort of look at a race and you split them into the ones you do fancy, the ones you don't, and sometimes you make the wrong decision. But I think it was an interesting race. Fast Company, of course, again a proper soft ground sire, and this horse, he only won by a neck in his novice as well, but he had plenty of bits of form last year that suggested he was better than that. And the horse he beat Dumfries has won comfortably next time out as well. But he ran in some really good races. He ran in the Convivial on debut. That Chepstow race has thrown up plenty of winners as well. I mean, the winner of that Blue Stocking at Salisbury was really, really impressive as well. So, yeah, just the right pieces of form are starting to come together. I'm just seeing the head on because I don't think they did. Oh, there was a little bit, but he didn't have the. Yeah, it'd be fine.
Yeah,
but I don't think he's the world's most straightforward horse. I mean, he's still a colt, which is probably both hindering him, but also helping Connections because he's not going to win by far because he's I think he's showing off a little bit. But yeah, they'll I think they'll do all right with this. I think that form's fairly solid. They've pulled a long way clear. Woodstock was too keen. Didn't settle. They might go back to the all-weather for that. Just Bring It never got into it. A lot of them didn't get into it, but Racing Breaks Riders won that pretty nicely. The thing I did like about that, Gary, is a horse. It made one move to kind of get on the heels of the leaders. It then made another move to look like it was going to go away and win. It was then challenged and made and battled on, and then it won it on the nod. So it actually had to almost win that race 3 or 4 times, and I think that is a feather in his cap. So I'd be keeping him on the right side.
Yeah, I'd be agreeing with that. I should have said the 5th has been confirmed at Leopardstown, number 13, Les Dames Blanches at 20-1. Just awaiting the result over at Nottingham to filter in. Sean Barnes sent in a picture of his still right on the line. He was convinced that Hard Frost has won. From the picture you sent in, Sean, I'd have been inclined to agree, but there we go. I would imagine that they would have been checked on course thoroughly, particularly when it's that close. And Supreme King was an each-way pick for Nick in the last race there. We've just been chinned each way at 14-1. Great to hear your thoughts as always. Well, you didn't need to hear our thoughts there, Nick, because you've got the money. And you were unlucky not to collect the lot. SP's in at Nottingham. Racing Breaks Rider 3-1 favourite. Supreme King 12-1 second. Spira Delta 16-1 in third. Forecast £40, 15p. Tricast £497. On the way down at Wincanton, thank you for your emails. Keep them coming in. studio@williamhill.co.uk, the email address. So if that's the top karaoke song, Kate, which me and Ross have been talking, it doesn't strike me as the easiest song to sing on karaoke, I have to admit. What's second choice?
Second choice is Shania Twain. That don't impress me much. Kind of one end of a spectrum to the other.
I was going to say, you could get what sort of polar opposites, could you?
What I'd like to see is Shania Twain sing the Eminem song and Eminem do the Shania Twain.
I could try and do a mashup one day.
I would. Kate,
I'd pay money to see that.
I'd say that you would potentially go viral, but I don't think
that's the thing that sort of TikTok was invented for, isn't it? Surely
it is. Yeah. You get a lot of people following you going, why is she talking about what are guineas?
Yeah. Well, I suppose the kids now would be like, who's Shania Twain? But Susan Quarry
on TikTok, actually. Yeah. Surprised they'd know her. Oh God.
Yeah.
There's still a black reference or whatever it was, and now I'm going to be in the same boat with Shania.
Yeah. I think it would be a surprise if it.
There we go.
Okay, that's literally.
Again, there is a Stewards Inquiry, I should say, at Nottingham. Stewards Inquiry has been called there. We'll keep you updated. Won't make any difference if you bat the winner though. Boom Boom.
Well, hang on.
What was yours, Gary, though? What was your karaoke song?
Why wouldn't it make a difference about the winner? They've come together for one too.
Well, not if you bat the first past the post here.
Oh, is it still first past the post?
I think so.
Oh, you better check.
So. Yeah. But I better check that, hadn't I? Yeah. Right, Boom Boom.
Let me hear you say
I thought that's why Ross paused you, to be honest.
What have I sung on? I don't do many karaoke.
Boom boom.
That would be alright. You don't have to do much singing, would you?
No.
What have I done on karaoke? Summer of '69 is a good one to do on karaoke.
Ooh. Yeah.
Hey Jude's another good one because most of the people in the crowd are singing, so they don't listen to you.
Bop bop. That's new Pussycat. Whoa.
Going down the weekend. Boom Boom. His favourite at 8-15. Dylan's double at 130. 8-1 Queen's Fortune. 10-1 Jeeves. And 16-1 Bardos, Kate. A field of 9 here, but not many that the market gives any sort of a chance to.
It's not very good, is it, really? Is why I was trying to figure out how to word that then. This is only Division 1. Division 2 is actually probably the better division, and that is nowhere a compliment to Division 2. This just not convincing at all. We've had a few of these in maiden hurdles of late in recent weeks. It's kind of just back end of the season, isn't it? And then your better horses, you're thinking, well, do you really want to win a maiden hurdle at this time of year? But then with these caliber of horses, you're not really trying to protect your novice status for next season, are you? Because when you're actually facing those better caliber horses, you haven't got masses of hope against them anyway. So you may as well pick up an end of the season maiden hurdle, and a lot of these horses, I imagine, are being targeted at this as a result. And Boom Boom is very short on the back of his fall last time out, which was an improvement after the wind operation, admittedly. And it was a likeable race as well. It was at Chepstow, won by Rambo T, who we haven't seen next, but Rambo T was likely to come off second best to El Rio, who made amends then at Ascot at the weekend by winning in convincing style. And he was still in there with a chance, admittedly, when he fell, was Boom Boom. But again, you'd be hard pressed to have said he would have won anyway on that occasion. But that form, if he just doesn't fall, might just be good enough. We've got Jeeves going down like the lunatic that he is, because he's just got a screw loose, this horse. And when he was a shorter price than he is currently yesterday, I thought, gosh, well, that just tells you everything that you have to know about this race. But the market's rectified itself. I think it's kind of realised that this horse isn't entirely wired right. So it sort of leaves me to side with Dylan's double, therefore, who needs to bounce back himself from a tame effort last time out, where I can see why he was well enough supported to be sent at 5-1 at Taunton, because that run at Exeter in a novice when he was 4th at 25-1 was really promising on his hurdle debut, and he just looked to get tired. It was the first time he had been seen for quite a long time. It was behind Hugo's new horse as well. The form was okay for that, for the calibre of horses that was in it anyway, and he jumped well enough as well, and he just ran well for a long way within that. So he thought, right, he'll come on for it. Hasn't been seen since November 2021. Went to Taunton. I know Taunton can throw up some slightly odd results for whatever reason, but yeah, he was well enough beaten there. So he does need to bounce back and answer a few questions. And I know that the Tizard form, I still can't quite get a handle on it as such. I find it very hit and miss. But if he can bounce back to the form of that penultimate start, this is a very winnable race. So I'd probably be giving Dylan's double a chance at, well, just because I don't really want to side with Boom Boom at his current price.
Well, the runners are about to be called forward here at Wincanton. Boom Boom 1-2 now. Dylan's double 7-2. Queen's Fortune 15-2. 14-1 bar those. The flag is raised. Can't have another one to email them that he thought Hard Frosters won. Some of the images I see, they did look like it, but clearly they aren't the official images. So
let's have a look, Capers.
Hang on, I have to find it.
Let's have a goosey.
There you go. Racing at Wincanton.
7 National Hunt Maiden Hurdle race. It's Division 1, and Boom Boom and Geeves are the leading duo as they make their way towards the first of the 8 flight of hurdles over this 1 mile, 7 furlongs and 50 yards. And it's Boom Boom, the orange and light blue colours, has now just been passed by Geeves, who goes on. He was a little bit free to the start, Geeves, and something similar is happening here in the race, and comes to the first and has jumped that in a rather eccentric fashion. Another one who didn't take it particularly well towards the rear of the field was Gun Runner Cash. So it's Geeves that leads here. Boom Boom, De Boinville, I think, wanted to get into a prominent posse, but also possibly wants to give Geeves a bit of a wide berth. Followed then by Dylan's double, the yellow sleeves, in 3rd, and then Queen's Fortune in 4th, followed then by Starvidov, who didn't jump that one particularly well. Then Bright Focus, followed by Enzo de Bula. Dunstall Rambler is in the beige and dark green colours towards the rear of the field, and right at the back is the hard pulling Gun Runner Cash. So they're spread out over a large chunk of Somerset here as they make their way past us. race, and it's Geeves in the light colours who's still refusing to settle and leads by about 5 lengths now to the orange colours of Boom Boom, who races in second, then Dylan's Double and Queen's Fortune, both of whom have settled quite well in third and fourth respectively. Gap then of about 5 lengths to Bright Focus and Starvidov, who are travelling companions, and another bit of a gap to Dunstall Rambler, Enzo de Bula and Gunrunner Caches at the rear of the field. So there'll be a good 15 lengths at least, possibly a bit more, between first and last now as they make their way onto the far side of the track, and they'll have 4 flights of hurdles to jump there. And it's Geeves who continues to hang, comes towards this one in front, but Boom Boom has jumped up the inside and now gone on. So it's Boom Boom from Geeves, and then Queen's Fortune, who's a further 4 lengths down in third spot, half a length back then to Dylan's Double as they take the next one. Geeves didn't jump that very well, Boom Boom did. One that's now making a bit of headway is Dunstall.
Yeah, she'd be of a little interest at much more attractive prices. And then the other one, what price have we got? Where are we? Interested me a little bit. Again, another one who probably need to run, but is Only For Me.
20 to 1 Only For Me.
Yeah, again, another one who just will absolutely relish conditions, and they're playing around with the trip a little bit. They're trying to work out exactly what he's got under the locker, but he didn't have that much racing last year, and you know the 4 runs in soft ground included 2 rock solid placings. So Only For Me and New Hill at double figure odds, because we still don't necessarily know whether the favourite can truly get it done over this trip.
Crystal Clear remains favourite, 7 to 4, 5 to 1 Brazil, 11 to 2 Smooth Tom, 10 to 1 New Hill. It is 12 to 1 Bardos. It's tidy up Wolverhampton. Harlem Knights 11 to 2 winning that for Sam Norris, top of the table. 9 to 2 second favourite Rossmore Nation. Pearl Eye 18 to 1 third. Forecast £31 9p. Tricast £428. Let's go to Leopardstown. Crystal Clear 7 to 4 favourite on the off.
Often racing. Missing the kick, focus required. Trails the field in the early stages as they settle down. La Dame Blanche is the early leader. Close up, Timurid. Also close towards the inside is Gratulations. Crystal Clear not far off the early pace as they head down the far side. Keen in front, La Dame Blanche leads from Timurid. Gratulations. Dalby up on the outside, Crystal Clear. Behind them is Butterfly Garden. Starting Monday has made headway up on the outside. Only For Me in mid-division ahead of New Hill. Alongside New Hill is Quizzical, and they're followed by Dark Note and Smooth Tom and Brazil. Towards the back in the early stages, Group 1 Power. Also towards the back, Wild Dollar, and the overall back markers, the slow starter focus required. As they head on, they have less than 7 furlongs to race. La Dame Blanche continues to lead from Timurid. Close on the inside, Only For Me in red and yellow colours. Improving now to go second. A 2-length break behind the leading trio to Gratulations, followed by Dalby. Crystal Clear next, and then starting Monday in Quizzical and Butterfly Garden in New Hill. As they continue on towards the 5 furlong point. The halfway stage, still leading by less than a length. It's La Dame Blanche, close in second, Only For Me, and they're followed by Timurid. A couple of lengths then to Gratulations, Dalby in the orange colours towards the outside ahead of Crystal Clear, tracking them on the inner. Behind them as they make the far turn with less than half a mile to race. They're heading towards the straight. Starting Monday, edges up on the outside. Behind them, New Hill and Quizzical as they head across towards the 3 furlong pole. La Dame Blanche still in front. Closely attended now in the red and yellow by Only For Me. Up on the outside, Timurid tries to improve. Behind them, Dalby towards the inside, Gratulations, making headway around them starting Monday. Creeping into contention behind them on the outer is New Hill, Butterfly Garden, and then Quizzical. Less than 2 to race. Timurid comes to tackle La Dame Blanche on the inside. Crystal Clear.
So unless the decimal's in the wrong price, it should be about 1,500.
It's just a bit on fumes, but yeah, it's he doesn't like goods at the best of time in a finish, so I'd say he wasn't enjoying that part. But yeah, Boom Boom, he's got the job done. He found a very winnable opportunity there. Bit of dossing in the closing stages as well. Would I chance him to back it up? Probably not really, but yeah, not the most interesting of races to throw forwards, I don't think.
SP is about to filter in over at Wincanton. Boom Boom, the winner. Going to return around about 1 to 2. We'll go to Wolverhampton. I'll come back and tidy up that result from Wincanton in a moment. Over at Wolverhampton, they're on their way down. Extended mile, the trip here. And the market is headed by Rizzoni at 11 to 8. 7 to 2 Blue Universe, 7 to 1 the Renegade, 6 to 1 4 Fariba, 14 to 1 Emily's Eclipse, and 16 to 1 4 Enola Grey. Tongue Tie goes on for the first time for Rizzoni, the favourite. K2's all 4 starts thus far have come on the all-weather, and he's yet to finish out of the first 2.
Yeah, and hopefully he'll be able to get his head in front here. He was a favourite I wasn't very keen to take on, and with only the 5 rivals then to contend with here as well, I thought he had everything in his favour pretty much, because obviously he made very likely race, winner of one of his 4 starts, that over 7 furlongs in a novice at Wincanton at Newcastle. That would be something. And he posted though his best effort yet when he was second on his handicap debut at Southwell last time out, and now he gets the first time Tongue Tie, stepping up in trip, may just unlock further improvement in him, and he is just a likeable type. So yeah, I think he's certainly the horse to beat, but the market tells you that in itself anyway. The Renegade, I was waiting to see what market support would follow this lad in here. Only the 3 starts so far to his name, and I mean he posted an okay run last time out, finished 4th in an air novice, but just didn't look to enjoy the heavy ground on that occasion. So a return to the all-weather should really suit him on this handicap debut in first-time cheap pieces, which looked interesting, and you sort of just wondered, not entirely sure if this mark of 69 is really a given for him to be going close off of, but then so I was just wondering to see if he was going to have another run here. But the first time cheap pieces was obviously very interesting, and he has just been backed in as well. So yeah, the Renegade I thought was the biggest danger to Rizzoni, but not enough to detract me from, well, to want to take on Rizzoni anyway. Blue Universe in here as well. And we haven't seen him since he had a wind operation over the winter. I haven't seen him since the 14th of December when finishing 3rd again. Another lightly raced type, remains open to plenty of further improvement than himself. For all that he was running very similar races, wasn't improving as such towards the back end of last season anyway, and in those 4 all-weather starts, and the first 3 over the 7 furlong, stepped up to in trip to a mile then last time out, which didn't really unlock that further improvement anyway, but that was his handicap debut, and he just looked to get a bit outpaced after they did go slow enough then throughout that turn into a bit of a sprint, and he then just kept on in the finish. So on that basis, a step up in trip might just suit him as well. So yeah, with the wind operation, I can understand why he's there, but as I say, he's just going to have to take that extra step forwards then for me, Blue Universe here, but that might well come with him stepping up in trip. But yeah, Rizzoni, I don't really want to take him on.
He is the favourite. You say result stands Nottingham. Boom Boom 1 to 2 favourite the winner at Wincanton. Dunstall Rambler, who probably should be running here, 25 to 1. Jeeves at 14 to 1, and forecast 1961.
I was just going to say, I think I'd have to mention Emily's Eclipse as well, who ran in a race at Chelmsford last time out. The horse that finished behind Emily's Eclipse won really nicely at Lingfield a couple of days ago. Even that Salisbury race, I mean, it was beaten outside behind Flying Honours, but the horse behind it, Cracovia's place in listed company. The horse just ahead of it won by 4.5 lengths off a mark of 83. Ed Dunlop's horse was maybe needing the run, but I couldn't. That was the only reason I could understand the price of Emily's Eclipse earlier. I was like, the form's good. Everything looks all right. Is it a bias against the yard, or rather, a Bowie Johnston exposed type versus a Ed Dunlop type? But that Chelmsford race I thought was a good one.
Right, guys.
This last one, this case statement, April 3rd, and you were paid on this.
Yes, ma'am.
And you were paid on this.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's for all the time that you
Dunstall
worked.
Rambler,
For the other job.
The other job.
25 to
I
1.
never had a discussion with her
5.25 at
about anything
Wincanton.
that you did while you were working for her that was unsatisfactory.
3.25 at Wincanton.
So any work that you did pursuant to that list that you had, and work that you completed, you got one of these and you were paid for it. Good. Now, give me the figures on the work that you did that you were not paid for.
3:40 at Leopardstown, 3 minutes to go.
$355 worth of work. Then you owe $355.
Yes, ma'am. There's another job that he did an estimate on for me, and per his estimate, the door was wrong. I had to pay someone else to correct the work that from where he estimated the door being wrong.
You mean he measured it?
Yes, ma'am. It was too small.
Show me.
Yes, too small.
You've got to ask yourself, why is Oisin Murphy over there?
Just a second.
So we go a win for Buckaroo, even though it's not signalling any code.
Her and I.
You were there together?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you there together? Yes, ma'am. Oh, then you have a problem.
The pace just lifts again as they leave the back straight. It's Fariba from the front. Fariba passing the 3 from Blue Universe. They've been 1 and 2 from the start. Rizzoni's well there against the fence. Pushed along quite vigorously is the Renegade, then Enola Gray, and also off the bridle now at the back of the field is Emily's Eclipse. But dictating terms out in front, it's Fariba who leads off the final bend. Blue Universe now coming there towards the left for Joe Fanning. Towards the right, Kevin Stott produces Rizzoni, and this one has now moved through, and there's almost a line of 3 as they approach the final furlong. Fariba gives way, and it's Rizzoni and Blue Universe who now race on together inside the last half furlong. Very little between the pair as they go up towards the line. Rizzoni finding a little bit extra to the far side, near side, not going away is Blue Universe, and it was very close between them. Blue Universe, Rizzoni, they go past together. Goes to the judge. Third was Fariba. They were clear of Enola Gray, Emily's Eclipse, and the Renegade.
Well, they got close together. I'm fairly sure Blue Universe went by just in front of Rizzoni. Yeah. Might not even be now. It's probably a short head, isn't it? How close they got, I'm not sure. They certainly looked to bump maybe at least once. But they've drawn nicely clear, and I'm fairly sure that Blue Universe has already been confirmed as the winner there, Kate.
Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it? Much to my frustration, anyway. But yeah, I mean, in terms of just as a general point to get your thoughts. I know we've got to go over to Leopardstown quickly enough, but that inside rail at Wolverhampton, I've missed a fair few recent Wolverhamptons. I know that Rizzoni did challenge off of it, but just, I mean, Ross, you have been watching plenty of Wolves since. Has that been making any sort of a difference at all?
I think it's. I don't think we were talking about this about Sulla earlier. I don't think it's a bad place to be, Kate. It's just like with anything. I think challenging on the outside at any track is always a benefit. You're having to squeeze round the bend, aren't you, and then quicken up yourself rather than use the natural momentum of your horse to challenge. And it, I'd love someone to run some numbers or find a way, but I would say that it would be heavily favoured to any horse on the outside. But yeah, it's
there've been a few Probe one up the far rail, didn't he, when he won there? And there's been a.
You can normally. I thought that was a horse to keep an eye on. But yeah, it's. I don't think it's impossible, but it's certainly not ideal.
Yeah.
Yeah, grand. No, but I didn't know if I'd just missed anything of recent weeks, just as a general question, not necessarily to translate to that, because I know that Rizzoni has actually come off of it there, kind of almost bumped into Blue Universe a little bit then. But yeah, Blue Universe with the clear running down the outside was just really game as well then, and has improved that wind operation.
Certainly has. SPs to follow. Loading Leopardstown Home. The Song 7-4. Buckaroo 5-2. Mia Domina 5-1. Power Under Me 6-1. 10-1 bar those. Nick emails in. He fancies Sultan Stall here. Ross, what did you like?
Yeah, I thought I'd again play a couple against the field. Sultan Stall's one of them. It's fit. It handles conditions. It will probably find one too good, but everything's in its favour. And the other one is Power Under Me, who likes the spring and likes the autumn, likes soft ground, and is, might not be as progressive as a Homeless Songs or a Buckaroo, but you just get the feeling they're going to have bigger fish to fry later on. And you think a Power Under Me or a Sultan Stall, this could be their big race. So I'd probably chance those two against the field.
Power Under Me and Sultan Stall. Power Under Me 6-1, Sultan Stall 12-1. Last couple loading. Let's go for the call.
All locked away for race 4. Often racing in the Heritage Stakes in the early stages. Towards the inside, Maya Domina is close up with Buckaroo. Homeless Songs towards the outside in black and white. To her inner is Power Under Me, and they're followed in the early stages by Georgeville, the stripes of Hotter Than Hades. Sultan Stall the outside, Helvic Dream held up at the back as they continue on with about 6.5 furlongs to race. Maya Domina, Billy Lee leading by half a length to Buckaroo. Oisin Murphy up on the outside, a length away Power Under Me, Colin Keane. Homeless Songs and Chris Hayes in 4th position. Sultan Stall improves on the outside, and down at the back of the field, Georgeville down, and Gary Carroll quickly on his feet as they head on past the 5. Maya Domina continues to show the way. Track to length back by Buckaroo. Power Under Me is towards the inside. Then Homeless Songs a couple of lengths to Saltonstall. Hotter Than Hades last but one, and at the back is Helvig Dream. As they continue past the half-mile pole, the halfway stage, and swing to head across towards the straight. Maya Domina by just about a length. Buckaroo close up in second. Power Under Me tracks them on the inside of Homeless Songs. 2 lengths away then to Saltonstall on the outside of Hotter Than Hades. Helvig Dream at the back as they approach the turn in with about 2.5 furlongs to race. Maya Domina in the lead. Buckaroo trying to close on the outside. Power Under Me is on the rail. Homeless Songs makes headway to the outside, and they're chased by Saltonstall. Less than 2 to race. Maya Domina, Buckaroo, Homeless Songs coming there on the outside. Behind them, Power Under Me as they head to the furlong pole. Buckaroo in the centre. Homeless Songs down the outside. Maya Domina still over there on the rail. Homeless Songs comes through to tackle Buckaroo, and they fight it out. Maya Domina back in third. Less than 100 yards to race. Homeless Songs, and on the inside, Buckaroo as they go to the line. Very tight. Buckaroo wins the Heritage for Joseph O'Brien and Oisin Murphy. Homeless Song second, Maya Domina third, Saltonstall fourth.
Buckaroo has got the better of Homeless Songs. They were the front pair in the market. But a good scrap. Homeless Songs held every chance to go by, but ultimately she couldn't quite manage it, and Buckaroo stuck his neck out willingly to fend off the filly.
Yeah, absolutely. Which is, I was expecting him to rear up on his hind legs and throw his jockey off, but it was a good battle. The 2 progressive 4-year-olds, like I said, they will have bigger options further on down the line. It wouldn't surprise you to see, depending on ground conditions, to see a Queen Anne crack perhaps for one or one of them perhaps. I mean, Buckaroo.
The filly's obviously more ground dependent, isn't she, according to the trainer?
Yeah, but Buckaroo hasn't been seen since May last year. Won a listed race at the Curragh, and then was only sent off 3-1 for the Irish 2000 Guineas and hasn't raced since. So I thought it was a good ride by Oisin Murphy. I thought the key thing though was that Homeless Songs was just a little bit keen early on. Like I said, another Dermot Weld horse today, who's shaped really, really well. That's Azazat, Walsingham, and Homeless Songs now, who've, I'm pretty sure, all traded odds on as well. Run really well and got out battled. So I think the Weld horses will come forward considerably over the next few weeks. But yeah, lovely position again, Oisin Murphy. This is similar to what we were saying about the jumps races earlier, where a horse maybe pecks on landing or makes a mistake at the final fence. People often watch the closing stages of a race and go and make judgments on that, but Buckaroo was always in the right position and was just gradually going through the gears, whereas Homeless Songs has probably used up gas to even look like winning. So I would say it was a significantly more efficient run and ride on the winner than the second. Therefore, I would be keen on keeping an eye on the second. But yeah, interesting, really interesting. I mean, this is the kind of stuff we want, isn't it? This time of year, to get us geared up for the flat before we go to Aintree, Ferry.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Biff Tannen Museum, dedicated to Hill Valley's #1 citizen.
So selections here: Fix, Conquelly Cat, Dangerous Tuddenham Dream. It's got some backing, and Orange Swift, Reverse Gamble. Let's listen to this one.
Leads up in the hands of Dylan Hogan, narrowly to Just Us on the outside. Tin Fandango, John Snow are 3 and 4. 5, Orange Swift back on the fence next to Cocker-Lico, who's got plenty of stamina, the mare, on this handicap debut on the level. Byron Hill continues to race 3 deep to the outside of Tuddenham Green, who bids to follow up that win at Haydock over hurdles last week. Then on the inside is Abrage. De Vegas Warriors being joined now by Caldwell at the rear of the field, and that pair, as they go on towards the final 7 furlongs, would be around 8 lengths off the front runners, who continue to be Just Us and Hurrah, but Just Us has decided to take it up more clearly now going into the corner. From Hurrah, who's now in a dispute of second with John Snow towards the outside. Tin Fandango back down on the rail in orange is next in the field. Orange Swift Swift is still tracking them with Coquelicot. Tuddenham Green is tracking every move of Coquelicot as they leave the back straight in behind them. Byron Hill still 3 from the back. De Vegas Warriors coming under pressure, and Caldwell still have to just about pass them all as they come in line for home. And as they do so, up at the head of affairs, Just Us, who's always been in a front rank spot. Jon Snow moving alongside. Away to the right, Tin Fandango asks for a bit more to get on terms with the leading pair. Oren Swift, the 9-year-old. Hurrah. Coquelicot now being shaken up. Tuddenham Green in the double green down the outside. Caldwell's noseband is just making progress behind horses onto the heels of the leaders. Byron Hill and Abraj have got a lot to do. De Soto's De Vegas Warrior as they race on down to the final 2 furlongs. Jon Snow has taken it up from on the far side. Just Us. Coquelicot grinding away in the red sleeves and cap. 1 from the left with Tuddenham Green. Then came Oren Swift and Caldwell on the far side. These have moved away from Hurrah as Jon Snow's under pressure from Coquelicot and Tuddenham Green on the stand side. They've raced away from Just Us. Coquelicot's hit the frontier from Tuddenham Green. Jon Snow back in third, but Coquelicot is going to win for the 7th time and make a winning handicap debut. She's driven, cleared a score in the colours of GG's UK. In second place was Tuddenham Green. Third was Jon Snow, and in fourth was Oren Swift from Caldwell.
Yeah, Coquelicot has landed the prize on handicap debut on the flat, getting the better.
First and fourth there. Fourth will be paid out by Sky Bets, I do believe. Oh, it's Bet365. Unfortunately, Bet635 refused my business. Now, that is getting bad if they're just rejecting me by name. So, if they're going to do that, they're going to get punished, and I'm going to send 10,000 people to rob the money out of their satchels. So much so that they won't have any left to pay out, and they'll close their entire business. If they want to mess with me and don't give me my share, 27 years work, 8 hours a day. Now, by now, you should be seeing the power of the system. Oren Swift, yep, paid fourth with Sky Bet.
And now the next case.
So, yeah, I'll try an account with Sky Bet, actually. Coquelicot, obviously robbed of its 7-2, comes in at a different SP because it's a winner and they do it all the time. Unfortunately, no profit on Buckaroo, but a win bet is a win bet. It's very rare, and so you really don't want to be playing the each ways anyway against the win bet. I thought one might have placed, but they robbed the profit from Buckaroo on that race. Jon Snow did go into a reverse gamble, but I saw it approaching. I was looking. But they just make these adjustments too damn late sometimes for me to. We can see it and get on in time before the race goes into a couple of furlongs. But you see, we need to be getting that each way bet on before the off. And we can play the exchanges as well, obviously. But a lot of the time, the exchanges, they don't take the bet on the winning ones. It's like they know. They don't match that bet. They told me a bet was matched. I went to collect my £3.5 grand, and the bet wasn't matched, even after it said it was matched. And then I wasn't recording like today, and it called customer service to say, where's my money, or where's evidence that I made that bet. And I wasn't doing this racing index at the time, and they said no, if the bet doesn't get matched, it doesn't show in your account. So I couldn't even show people that made that bet.
Well, the state didn't pay it. So did you tell her that?
Right, what we got on this one? 4 o'clock Wincanton.
When she had her taxes back this year, to give me money out of her.
We've got the fix, Royal Max. It's the time of day for the fix. We just had a winner at 7-2. Well, 5-2 it came in at. Weak signal I'm showing for West End Boy.
Well, she's going to get paid out of your money. You got paid. She wasn't doing this as a favor. She expected to get paid. And if the state didn't pay
no reverse gamble in this,
not follow up, which I assume you didn't.
and it wouldn't be because it's a maiden hurdle, so we just play that. We just play that.
Did you get an answer?
And West End Boy.
So you didn't get an answer. So now you have to pay her.
Why would I pay her when I never said anything about paying her?
I just tried to explain it to you. And I want you to try to put on your experience. She was babysitting their child for money. The state was supposed to pay her. She filled out the forms according to what you told me. You said you called many times. You didn't get an answer as to why they weren't paying. And then you stopped calling and thought you were closing a welfare case. That doesn't mean she doesn't get paid because she did the work for you. So you have to pay her. Do you understand?
Yeah. I mean,
and you got back $750 in your taxes. So you're going to get paid, but you're not going to get paid $2,000 because that's ridiculous. You earn $2,000 probably a whole year. But you have to get paid something for the work that you did just for the plaintiff in the amount of $350. That's all. Thank you.
All these excuses, you may step out.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Fisher versus Wolf. Step forward, please.
25-year-old Rayanne Fisher is suing her ex-boyfriend, Brandon Wolf, for writing a bad check on a shared bank account.
Miss Fisher, this young man used to be a boyfriend and you actually lived together. You made the mistake because you didn't listen to him of opening up a joint bank account with him when you lived together. And after you broke up, he wrote out a check. There was no money in the account. Because evidently one of those privileges that allows you to write checks even though you don't have money in the account, and you were forced to pay the check because there was no money in the account. And you wanted to pay the money back, plus whatever fees were charged. Mr. Wolf has an interesting defense and an interesting counterclaim. First, let's discover when you broke up. Date.
The date was July 11th of 06.
And when did you write out this check?
I don't actually have the actual date of it.
But I'm sure you do.
Yes, I do. July 16th of 06.
After the bloom was off the rose.
Is last at the moment. Hoodlum is also towards the back. My Lady Phoenix just in advance of those two, but at a pretty honest gallop they make their way towards flight number 2, and it's Gallopade, Sheepskin Noseband, the hands of Harry Cobden, leads over that one to Royal Max, who jumped it a good bit better, and Royal Max has now just about jumped on into the lead. To Gallopade in second, followed then by Diamond Egg, who races in third. Then in fourth spot West End Boy, the blue sleeves, followed then by Smart Casual in the green and gold hoops of JP McManus, the white cap just going round the inside. Then My Lady Phoenix, Hoodlum and Alfie Sharp, who's at the rear of the field. So they make their way down the side of the track, and the yellow colours of Royal Max out in front. To in second position Gallopade, who's about a length down in that spot, so having been in the reverse position on the way to the first couple of flights. Happy now, Royal Max just to go on, and Gallopade is happy to give his rival that lead as they go on down the far side. Diamond Egg is racing in third. Then West End Boy and Smart Casual, My Lady Phoenix, followed by Hoodlum and Alfie Sharp as they head on down towards the first flight over on the far side. Royal Max comes into it now, pops over it okay, a little bit slow in the jumping. Diamond Egg got over it well. Gallopade now just relegated to third there, the sheepskin nose banded head. Then West End Boy and My Lady Phoenix. The leader jumped that well, Royal Max, and goes on now by 2.5 lengths or so to Diamond Egg in second. Gallopade towards the left, now just being scrubbed along a little bit towards the outside, My Lady Phoenix, and then West End Boy and Smart Casual, who's still towards the rear of the field, and then Hoodlum and Alfie Sharp as they come to the next. Royal Max just had a bit of a look at that one, but popped over okay. Green Jacket of Diamond Egg is racing in second. Gallopade is still just being nudged and cajoled along, followed then by West End Boy. My Lady Phoenix gets a little bit closer there, the red and black colours, didn't jump that particularly well. Then Smart Casual and Hoodlum and Alfie Sharp have been at the rear of the field throughout. But it's Royal Max who's been prominent so far, who leads them. To in second position Diamond Egg as they make their way out to the back straight now. 2 more flights of hurdles left to jump. Gallopade is up the inside in third. West End Boy gets a little bit closer around the outside, as indeed does Smart Casual up the inner, and then My Lady Phoenix, and they've dropped the other two. Down the side of the track they come, and it's Royal Max out in front now by by about a length or so to Diamond Egg, who looks poised in second. Then after that on the inside, Gallopade, who's not looking too comfortable though. Round the outside, West End Boy coming the scenic route but gets a bit closer, as indeed does Smart Casual, then My Lady Phoenix. They're swinging for home. 2 more flights of hurdles left to jump. Gallopade looks like it's being pulled up. And it's Royal Max that leads though to Diamond Egg, who's travelling powerfully on that one's outside. These two go on. The Smart Casual, who's now been passed by West End Boy, My Lady Phoenix, is trying to stay on as well. But it's Diamond Egg now that goes on for Tom Cannon. Leads by a couple of lengths to Royal Max in second, but now being challenged for that spot by West End Boy. But it's Diamond Egg who got over the penultimate flight in front and is fairly sprinting away now. 4 or 5 lengths to the good of a West End Boy.
Yeah, I must be getting tired, guys. Diamond Egg did signal there on the win side, on the win things. And so I should have really laid Gallopade. I must have been distracted, or I'm getting tired or something, because that should have gone in for the record, but I don't know. These are long days, and they're just getting longer and longer the more years I do this.
Pictures sent them to me on my phone, and also put them up on her MySpace page.
So what? So what?
I didn't feel it was right.
Maybe she would have felt more kindly if she wasn't at $600 for your truck while you're fooling around with your new fiancé. Do you understand? One's return deserves another. The counterclaim is dismissed. Judgment for the plaintiff for the amount of $592.92. Okay, thank you.
I didn't feel the counterclaim should have been dismissed, but the money that I owed, I can understand.
I'm very happy I got the pleasure to come do this and take care of this matter before it went further.
There was pictures of my GP and reflow.
I greatly enjoyed knowing that he screwed up once again.
Right. Oh, still more races to go. And Kempton starts at 4:30 as well in half an hour, so that's going to... Crikey me. Right, I might just go on and record the whole night up to 8 o'clock. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Another... what? Another 4 hours to go. Oh, I'm not sure. Maybe stop on the next win. I'm tired. I need an hour's break. Right. Wolves, 410. Here's a fix. Is it signalled? It is not. So this one is a blind fix selection. Juryman.
She said her dad gave his blessing for a party.
I told her that having the alcohol there, being that she was underage, was not a good idea.
It's a maiden stakes race, so
But her friends knew that
you can't see it really winning.
You have 30 seconds to tell me why.
So this favourite's a gold win bet, and I'm not backing it. Win against it.
you are about to enter the courtroom of Judge Judith Schuyler. The people are real. The cases are real. The rulings are final. This is Judge Judy. 19-year-old Michael Bone is suing the father of his girlfriend's neighbor, Tim Howard Sr., for car repair costs. Michael says his car was damaged during a party thrown by Tim's daughter. Order. All rise.
So we've got 3 signals there. We've got a blind fix race bet, a reverse gamble, and a gold each way gamble.
It was, I assume, your 18th birthday party? You're the brother? And you believe that Mr. Howard, who committed this party at his house, is responsible for the damage to your car. Mr. Howard, while sympathetic that your car was damaged, says that the people who damaged your car were uninvited guests, uninvited thugs at the party, and you should pursue them for damaging your car.
Stand up, please.
So that, Mr. Howard, you were not home at the time of this party, is that right? Just where were you?
I was with her.
And this was on a Friday evening?
This was your
What date?
December 15th, 06.
And when is your birthday?
December 28th.
So the party wasn't held on your birthday.
No, there was school, so I'm doing on school night.
All right, Mr. Bond, were you an invited guest at this party?
Yes.
You were there with your girlfriend?
Yes.
That's this young lady. Yes. What time did you arrive at the party?
At 7:30.
Had you ever been to the Howard house before?
Yes, sir.
Did your girlfriend live close by?
It's the next thing.
How long have you and Haley been friends?
I've stayed since about 6th grade.
So you were invited to the party?
Yes.
How long did you stay at the party, Mr. Bond?
Approximately half an hour.
Why did you leave after half an hour?
There wasn't too many people that we know, and there was a lot of alcohol there, so we decided we were going to go back to Justice House.
How many people were there?
About 40 to 50 people.
Is that right?
Yes, I have seen this.
Mr. Howard, how many people did your daughter tell you were going to be at this party?
Maybe about 15, 20 people there.
When you got there and there were 40...
Done some and more experienced than others, it was a perfect combination for me for Star Sound to hopefully go better than her 2-place efforts so far. So yeah, I'm quite surprised that I was getting the price about her. But then when you look at the experience that Rayvon has in this, clearly still remains lightly enough race anyway. He's run consistently well on his last 3 outings. He switched yards from Gay Calloway to join Ben Brookhouse, and he does just look sort of a solid play in a race of this nature, provided he is able to translate that form, which you wouldn't have too much worry about anyway. And Ben Brookhouse has had a really good start to his training career as well, with both his jump horses and his flats, so I can understand the market support behind him. But yeah, Star Sound was probably the one for me where I'm getting a much bigger price than I was necessarily expecting in this race.
Yeah, it's not betting completely on back to 11 to 2 from 6 to 1. Rayvon is the 6 to 4 favourite. It's impossible to do it without doing the actual.
Was the reason that you left early because of the number of people that were there?
I left early because I didn't feel comfortable, being that I didn't know half the people that were there and the amount of alcohol that was there. I just did not feel comfortable.
Did you speak to Haley about the number of people that were there?
I did not speak to her about the number of people.
What did you speak to her about?
About the alcohol.
What did you say to her? What did she say to you?
I told her that having the alcohol there, being that she's underage, was not a good idea, since my father, who lives right next door, is a cop. And
what did Haley say to you?
She didn't really say much, just that it would be okay, nothing bad would happen.
And that conversation?
Yeah,
you want to explain that to me?
Well, I didn't think it would be a big problem because we knew, well, I didn't, some of the people, there was other people that just came with their friends that I didn't know. And everything was cool for the time we were there, so I didn't think there would be a problem.
Right, Mr. Bone, so tell me what happened with your car.
Well, after we had left the party, we went to Justice House, and we received a call about 11 o'clock, I would say, saying that there had been a fight at Haley's house, and that they needed help breaking it up. So me and her father, Ron, went outside and seeing people fighting around my car, and various places in the yard. And after he had broken it up, I walked around my car and seen that the mirror was laying on the ground next to the car, and there was a bunch of blood on the window and on the door and on the fender and on the trunk of my car.
What time is this?
Probably 11 o'clock.
How did that happen?
There was sort of 2 fights, and that last one that happened, a bunch of people had left. They were the ones that we told to leave, and they came back.
Those people that you told to leave, had they been there earlier in the evening when they were there?
Not all of them.
But some of them?
Yes.
And so you told them to leave?
Yes, and they were not invited back. And there was just a few people that were left, like around 10, and when they were all there, and all these guys came back, and they brought more people with them. And then we seen the trucks and the vehicles coming down the road, and people ran to the door to see what was going on, and we saw they were back, and we went outside to see them, and I guess the fight broke out. I ran upstairs to call Justice Dad, cop. I knew something bad was going to happen. And I didn't want nothing, like, no one to get hurt, like, seriously.
Did you know the names of any of the people that were out there and involved in this fight?
Some of them I did. Others I did not.
Did you tell the police their names?
I didn't really get a chance to talk to the police very much, actually. I told them what had happened, and then that was pretty much
This
it.
car was there.
Like, I wasn't even downstairs, like, 'cause it happened in the basement. And I was upstairs. I said, I'm not dumb enough to go back downstairs. There's a bunch of guys fighting.
Anything else you want to tell me? Anything you want to tell me?
Yeah. The night of the party, I was chaperoning. When I showed up, a few people had already gone out.
What time did you show up?
Around 8 p.m. There was already a few kids there.
Yeah,
Adults there.
just a second. Your first name is?
Tim.
How old are you?
31.
Tim, first of all, you
Keeping
think-
on well in second place and set to throw down a challenge. They're followed in third by Lunario. Star Sound stays on late in the day. They head up towards the line. Ravon being collared close home by Native Beach. Star Sound finishes well, but Native Beach got up to beat Ravon. Star Sound was next. Lunario was joined for the next position by Pearly Star. They're running on Juryman.
Yeah, Native Beach gets there as Ravon runs out of gas close home, or, well, given the name I suppose, runs out of electricity close home. With Star Sound back in third, you'll have to watch the programme for that to make sense, Kate. We'll have to go over to Leopardstown for the next, the 4:15. Fleetfoot is favoured at 7-4. Farnborough 3-1. Canute is next in the market. Stable Companion of Farnborough at 9-2. 8-1 for Charluke. And Tipsy Scholars continues to be well back. The newcomer for Joe Lyons and Colin Keane. 11-1 from 14's Money Total. The Stable Companion is also backed, and it's bigger prices bar those as they are loading us.
Another interesting race. I like these 3-year-old maidens sorting out the wheat from the chaff. Fleetfoot's obviously run 3 absolutely rock solid races, but I was quite interested in Farnborough here, who
Damn it!
Jumps out of box 1 last time at Dundalk back in November. Beaten by a stablemate in the shape of.
Now then, have I missed a big one again? And each way. Let's hope that's not a reverse gamble signal at Wincanton. Which was the 4 o'clock. You know, I could murder a cold egg and cress sandwich right now. My Lady Phoenix wasn't a signal, so that's good. Disaster in the last. Disaster. Yeah, so, and I've missed the input of Leopardstown, which one I wanted the reverse gamble Tipsy Scholars and a gold each way gamble for Charluke, but the favourite's quite strong there, so might be just playing for places in that race.
Discover our range of the nearest store or at cotswoldpay.com.
Say I was up early today, I'm a little bit drained. Might take an hour out, pause the video and have a rest and come back to it. But this is the time of day where we catch all our fixed races.
Keeping those energy bills down to help you save for new days. With complete meals starting from just $4.29 and no contact.
Let's listen to this one as I sort out the market for Nottingham.
I think it's a passable standard.
Yeah, Farnborough's at 3-1, Charluke's at 8-1 as the runners are loading in over at Leopardstown. Tidy up Wolverhampton. Native Beach 132nd favourite beat Ravon at 6-4 favourite. Star Sound 6-1 in third. Forecast £8.82. Even when I wasn't trying to do it, I ended up doing it.
Start to envy Kate, because at least she can, you know, leave the room and.
So happy that Hall's finished in the frame to get another say.
It's not even that good, Kate. I've let Gary talk on. It's not even that good.
Racing Leopardstown.
Low into stride was number 7 Goethe in the early stages. Farnborough towards the outside, close up with Tipsy Scholars. They're closely followed by Teton Sioux. Towards the inside in green and white is Harry Stoneless, and they're followed by Charluke. Just ahead of Fleetfoot, and behind them in mid-division Master Dunraven as they continue down the far side, heading on to the end of the second furlong. On the inside, Tipsy Scholars, Farnborough has come over to be a close second. Just behind him is Harry Stoneless in third position, a couple of lengths then to Charluke in fourth. Teton Sue is next, and then Fleetfoot towards the inside is Monitola with the pink cap behind them. Canute on the outside of Master Dunraven, and then a break of about 3 lengths to St. Faz towards the outside of Beau Pimpernel as they turn at the halfway stage and head across towards the straight. Booyah is towards the back. Also towards the back is Tannery Park, and bringing up the rear is Goethe as they head on, nearing the 3 furlong pole and the approach to the straight. Tipsy Scholars, Farnborough within a length, and they're followed in third by Harry Stoneless, Charluke making headway, Fleetfoot improving around the outside as they swing in with over 2 furlongs to race. Farnborough's edged in front, Charluke, and down the outside Fleetfoot. Behind them Tipsy Scholars, staying on behind them in the blue colours is Canute, but with a furlong and a half to race. Charluke in the centre, the outside is Fleetfoot, over towards the inner Farnborough, behind him Canute, and then a break to Monitola inside the final furlong. Farnborough the far side, Fleetfoot stand side, Charluke third, Canute is staying on behind them, 100 yards to race. Farnborough on the far side of Fleetfoot, they fight it out as they go to the line. Fleetfoot on the stand side of Farnborough, it's very tight, it's on the nod. Farnborough on the inside, Fleetfoot stand side, Canute third, and Charluke was fourth.
Close call. Race card order 5 Farnborough and 6 Fleetfoot. Obviously it's
I'll just check that.
This is not looking good for you. Are you getting the fact that this is not looking good for you? I want to hear the rest of the scenario from your son, but this is not looking
I didn't have time to go through the full market there, kind of rushed it at Leopardstown.
There's about 15 people there. 3 of them already had alcohol. They were already drinking.
Farnborough won, did it? 3-1, second favourite. No signal, so no loss there.
I stayed down in the 10th for a while. Every once in a while, I walk upstairs, check on some people. I'll let Haley watch everybody else upstairs.
Right, then 4:25 at Nottingham. Before the last shows, I'll come back in 3 minutes. We're currently showing Strong Peace of Mind and Strong Alhaga.
Let me explain something to you. These people can
So I've missed the input of this race as well, guys. So I would have put in a Peace of Mind, Strong Each Way, and Alhaga, Strong Each Way.
sole responsibility. Do you have her name on it?
Not so much of a big miss because no major codes, no reverse gamble, no gold gamble, and no fix in this race.
When she was out of work, she did not have insurance, and she needed employees who could use the card to in emergency situations, but also make clear that she needed to pay the bill when it came in.
4:30 at Kempton, the first one at Kempton coming up.
About a year.
It is a handicap. Favourite signalled on the win. We don't back favourites.
Approximately April of 2004.
April of 2004?
Yes, ma'am.
And she had it until when?
Until October of 2006.
Who was getting the bills?
She was. We had put the address for billing to her apartment, so that she could pay the bill when it came in, and we would have to bring the bills over to her.
When did you terminate your relationship?
Probably August of 2006.
And between April of 2004 and August of 2006, you had no knowledge that there was anything happening with this credit card. There was a delinquency with this credit card because all the bills were being handled by Miss Hilligates.
That's correct.
Is that right?
Weak signal for Senior Pockets there, but I'm not going to put that in. Favourites weak signal as well. Albert C is strong. Bold as Brass is strong. Wait for the final market.
Mr. King did live with me. I have many witnesses to that.
Just a second. Let me ask you.
Okay.
What happened, sir, in October of 2006?
I got a call from Sears Credit Card Services. They said there were some charges on the card that were suspicious. They didn't understand. Spoke with the people there.
Potential reverse gamble there for Cloudy Breeze.
Yes, ma'am. I sure did. Right here.
Did you transfer balances from other credit cards to this credit card?
No, ma'am. As a matter of fact, in June, I actually transferred on my account to his account, which was full. As far as
There were no more charges against her. I just asked you a question.
Made a winning debut at Salisbury last year. On her handicap debuts in front by 2.5, maybe 3 lengths over Reflective Star, a fellow handicap debutant in second. In third is Roadway, 3 parts away on the outside of Fantizi. Entrancement, and they're just manoeuvring away from that far rail out towards the centre of the course, and just being squeezed for the first time is El Hagar in rear, and she's probably around 6 or 7 lengths, I'd say, off Peace of Mind, who brings them on down towards the final 3 furlongs. Racing down the centre of the track from Reflective Star, who's closer towards the stands rail, although Peace of Mind is migrating over to join them. Entrancment's hard up against the stands rail and just trying to push through under Spencer. Fantiz is in 4th place, then Roadway. Al Hagar last of all. They've got 2 furlongs to go, and Peace of Mind finding plenty on the front end. From Entrancement in 2nd place, Reflective Star hard ridden. Fantizi, Roadway will not be winning, and out at the back is Al Hagar, and Peace of Mind is galloping on down towards the final 200 yards. From Entrancement in 2nd, who's getting the better of Reflective Star, who's battling on. Fantizi switching to try and challenge for a minor place, but Peace of Mind for Ben Curtis and George Bowie is going to make just about all of the running here, and will go on to win for the 2nd time. Peace of Mind, Fantizi ran on late to get 2nd, close 3rd Reflective Star, and then came Entrancement, Roadway, and Never Involved. Last of the 6 was Al Hagar.
So they come home there at Nottingham. I have to go straight over to Kempton, where they're loading for the 4:30, where Tallulah May heads the market. 13-8 favourite for the opener. Albert C 4-1. Boulders Brass 6-1. 13-2 Full Prime. 9-1 Missing You. Bigger prices bar those here. Kate, no Ken, as I was saying, unfortunately, at Kempton. Not going to make it tonight. What did you like in the Kempton Park opener?
Yeah, this Tallulah Myler, we know that these connections are very good when they've got a horse with this much handicap scope at building a sequence with them, and I think she's another one where she's capable of doing that. Such was the matter that she settled the race on her handicap debut last time out at Chelmsford, and she was quite fresh and keen and gassy as well on that reappearance start, so she's entitled to come forwards from it then 4 days later. So sharp enough turnaround, but you can understand why under the £6 penalty that she's carrying here, because she's going to be up a fair bit more than that. And like I say, I just think that she, despite being drawn out in stall 11, she's one of those which has so much scope in her mark that she can just continue to rack up a sequence, hopefully.
That's the concern, though, isn't it? That 11 box, especially sprinting around here. There've been quite a few recently that have struggled from that wide draw.
Racing at Kempton, here's the call.
Was Marinakis, and drifting in towards the inside from a wide draw is Smasher. Early pace around the outside from Tallulah Myler from her widest post of all, but she'll try to head them all off as they go into the turn. It is Tallulah Myler who has got the lead. She has been pressed every step of the way by Boulders Brass, who is right there in 2nd, and Albert C to the inside in 3rd. The 3 at the top of the betting market, 1, 2, 3 early in the race, and then sitting in 4th is Full Prime, who's got a perfect toe early as they now race inside the final 2.5 furlongs. Driven around the outside is Bishop's Glory. Next towards the inside, Send Your Pockets. A break now of 4 lengths to Victory House. Then on the inside, Cloudy Breeze. Nothing from Missing You, and also Smasher is out the back of the field. Down inside the final furlong and a half, and it's Albert C who has got the lead. Full Prime to the inside now, comes alongside. They have gone clear of Send Your Pockets. Late dash from Bishop's Glory inside the final half furlong now. Full Prime to the inside, a half length in front over Albert C towards the near side. It is Full Prime who wins. Albert C was in 2nd, and in 3rd, Send Your Pockets.
Full Prime, the winner there at Kempton in the 4:30. We're going to head quickly to Wincanton just off the back of this for the 4:35, but a quick reflection on what we've just witnessed at Kempton. If you would please, Kate, and a good afternoon to you as well.
It would never not confuse me whenever I hear you come in or whenever I hear the switch over, and obviously Ross is privy to seeing it in person now. I'm still confused as anything, but yeah, hi Sam.
Hello.
Yeah, no, that was likeable from Full Prime there. I mean, they have gone very quick early on there, even for the 6 furlong contest around here, and that's counted against the favourite, as we just sort of flagged up beforehand. But Ross really then emphasised the fact that she was drawn widest of all in stall 11. She made all just 4 days ago, and again, the intention was there just to go forwards to make all. But yeah, I mean, even with that, she's finished very, very tamely in the end. And I thought, goodness me, she's got so much mileage in this mark. But
she's had no. I mean, the TriCast was boxes 2, 4, and 1. Kate. I mean, and it's she's just gone. I mean, well, you'll know more than me, but once you get into a position like that, you're. There's not a lot you can do, is there? You go like, okay, fair enough. I guess I'm going full pelt 3 wide.
Yeah. I'm committed now. Yeah, that's the thing. Exactly. What more could Marco Gianni really do? Then after that, he just sort of thought, oh God, and now pitched 3 wide as well after Boulder's Brass was holding her out wider, and he tried to sort of take a little bit of a lead then from the front too. But oh yeah, all the damage was done at that point anyway. And like you say, the low draws taking the lead there, coming to the 4, Albert C, and since he had moved then to Peter Chapel Hyams, which was likeable to see him improve in Full Prime then as well. Back over a course and distance, we know she did have solid form over, but yeah, those low draws and just taking a bit of a lead.
The SPs will be through shortly at Kempton, but Full Prime is the winner there at 6-1. Better move it on to Wincanton now for the 4:35. We've just seen Harry Cobden remount Lady Adair there and head to the start. 5-2 for Puffin Bay. Petticoat Lucy is 11-4. Lady Adair 100-30. No Tonic 9-2. 10-1 Amelia's Dance. Adosh 14-1. To go without Gentle Connections and Some Spring Special, who was a winner yesterday at Fontwell. Puffin Bay Cape 5-2. I mean, it's been a blistering start to the training career of Harry Durham, perhaps unsurprisingly, and he's acquired this horse from Oliver Sherwood. Wouldn't be a massive surprise if he was to get a win out of her, given how well he started.
Yeah, exactly how well he started, and also getting a horse then from the Oliver Sherwood yard, who just sort of had a quiet enough time of things then previously, haven't they? Obviously a whole load of other things going on there at the same time, so you can completely understand why there might have just been a few horses that just lost their way a little bit. But yeah, has acquired this Puffin Bay then. Hasn't been seen for 257 days though, but we know that Harry Durham has proven himself with horses first time up, as well as recent acquisitions who have only just run recently as well. Gets a first time tongue tie fitted here as well, but yeah, it's more just on the trainer switch as much as anything else, isn't it, from the lack of progression. But a £10,000 buy does make her very interesting here, but I think I'm still going to take her on here with Lady Adair. I mean, this was really competitive. I was excited to see if Some Spring Special was going to be turned out again. Such was the ease of that win at Fontwell yesterday on handicap debut, and I noted this this declaration yesterday as well. I thought, oh, go on, you want to really, but yeah, obviously not. But yeah, Lady Adair here, because she we know she's acting up now, but she what a useful novice she was last season, and she managed to win all 3 of her races in really good style then as well. But on her reappearance is this Taunton form at the minute, which is really catching me out today. I keep forgiving it, and it keeps proving wrong to forgive it, because yeah, she just didn't fire there whatsoever. But she's been given a wind operation since then anyway, and for all that she's acting up a little bit down at the start, but we tend to expect that from her anyway. She is a bit of a hot-headed type, so for her current price, if she can just bounce back to better form, this marker 127 I don't think is beyond her whatsoever. Yes, she must have to carry top weight, but there's enough about her to be able to carry that weight anyway. So yeah, hopefully more scope for her in handicaps with Lady Adair.
Lady Adair, the selection then for Kate here at Wincanton, who's just had that red hood removed by, I think, the trainer. I think that's Harry Fry down at the start with Lady Adair. So that one will get the nod at 18-5. Quick run through the SPs at Kempton before we get off here at Wincanton. Full Prime was the winner at 6-1 in there, 4:30. Albert C second at 7-2. Senior Pockets in third at 10-1. After this race, we head to Dunstall Park for the 4:45 at Wolverhampton, but it's Wincanton.
Right, guys.
And it's Lady Adair for Kate Tracy at 18-5. Let's return for the call at Wincanton.
What's ahead of affairs here? Amelia's Dance as well, front rank. Harry Fry still down there with Lady Adair. First run after.
So I've missed one here, just for making a cup of tea. I should have a maid, really. I need a sexy maid. So I've missed Peace of Mind at 1. Didn't get that in time.
Yes, ma'am. On the day that this is the day before we had got into it.
Worse has happened when I've had 50 to 1 shots, 66 to 1 shots and 80 to 1 shots in the same day. Not getting them recorded. Ridiculous sometimes. Three bets that didn't even place in that first one at not very accurate market at all. That one first at I don't think I had full prime. No, I wouldn't have. Albert C ended up a gold each way gamble. I think I had that one, so 2 losses on that. Kempton race, 4:35 Wincanton. I'll call before we put the commentary on. I haven't missed much there, I don't think. Unless there's a fix in there. Two non-runners really messes up the market anyway. Petticoat Lady is a gold each way gamble. No Tonic's a gold each way gamble. That's it. So yeah, I missed 2 gold each way gambles there. What did I say? Petticoat Lucy and No Tonic. Let's listen to that one. The internet keeps dropping. The internet must have dropped, guys.
How we got into an argument with other kids that was on the block, and so they were arguing, and somehow they said to him something about, "Oh, you touch kids and stuff." And he was like, "Yeah, I touch a lot of kids." And he started naming out kids on the street, like girls stuff that he's touched. And he somehow said Sanji's name, my sister. And so that was when I got into the conversation. I asked him, I said, "Man, don't touch, start the homes."
You called him a pedophile.
No, I've never called him a pedophile.
Did you call him a pervert?
No, I've never called him a pedophile.
What did you call him?
I didn't call him anything. I just said, "Do not touch my sister."
Judge Judy continues. Limited.
So I chest bumped him, and he just stumbled back and like hit the wall and purposely fell to the ground. And he made a lot of like weird noises and stuff that you could tell it was being acted.
In 2007, Tyrone Whitford was found murdered in Ireland.
This case has some complications, which is probably why it's gone cold after 15 years.
Somebody steal something. We were probably inside for the lying away around the building.
You're in the middle of this. Help us understand what really happened.
Another season of incisive investigations.
Nobody should have to wait this long for justice.
Cold Justice. Monday on CBS Reality.
So I can choose when I get a new friend. Which one tastes it? Like now.
That she had to defy off the track, but he said beforehand how well Harry Dareham's been going, and the acquisitions he's made have been so solid as well, and he's been able to show those training exploits with horses first time up, and also horses then with quick turnarounds as well. So yeah, and Puffin Bay she was always catching the eye how she's tanked through the race there. I was actually quite happy that Lady Adair went wider if the rain has just been getting into the ground a bit there at Wincanton, because generally speaking being that bit wider is no bad thing there anyway. But yeah, she just got in tight. I wouldn't even say to the bottom of that final flight there, and just didn't get quite the momentum away from the hurdle. But that hasn't made much of a difference in the end anyway. Puffin Bay jumped it well and has managed to streak clear after she looked as though she was going to get into a proper battle with Lady Adair, who at least has shown much better form than last time out, which was...
So obviously the 2 gambles were just book adjustments due to the 2 no runners there. So not too bothered about missing those.
Want the chance to win up to £5,000 for free? Then play Tombola's daily free game, Freefall. You could be one of our 60,000 winners every week. It's totally free to play with no deposit or wagering requirements. Come join the fun for free, only at Tombola.
What are you doing? I'm spying on them to find out if they're a good estate agent.
Right, 4:45 at Wolves. We won't play this because the favourite is a gold win bet. Weak signal for Bang on the Bell. Potential reverse gamble for Soul Seeker. So let's play it. Wolves 4:45. Win MJK. Reverse gamble Soul Seeker. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so we can go each way. And danger, weak Bang on the Bell. We leave out. Let's listen to this one.
8 starts and he's already a 5-time course winner. He's just your ideal play spot selection really as much as anything else, isn't he? And especially in a contest like this, likely to give his running well enough drawn and still 3 there as well. So yeah, I think at those current prices I'd have to side with Glorious Charmer back over this tracking trip again because yeah, he's just likeable type, running off the same mark as last time out. But yeah, between the pair of those two, it's going to serve up a likeable contest.
Absolutely, and he's not got himself too badly handicapped either, Glorious Charmer, since going on this sequence of finishing in the frame. He's only gone up £12 over the course of his last 7 or 8 starts, so doing enough when he is winning. Glorious Charmer, and as Kate points out, mark of 59 last time around. It's the same again today. He's 4-1 in the betting, is going to get the nod. We'll be heading back to Ireland after this. They are making their way to post at Leopardstown for the 450. We'll get Ross's take on that latest race in just a moment, but the lineup is about to be completed at Wolverhampton with MJK who's going in, but it's Glorious Charmer for Kate at 9-2 as we return to the West Midlands for commentary.
They're off and away and racing for this top odds every day with Bet UK handicap. Slow to go was Bang on the Bell. The others away in a pretty good line. Trying to get to the front on the outside of the group is Josie's Kid, just cutting across, having made his way to the front under Kieran O'Neill in the pink colours, and then Glorious Charmer in the blue. After a slow start, Bang on the Bell is racing keenly and moving up to Disputed in the maroon headgear. On the inside is MJK in the black and red colours, and the back marker now detached by 3 lengths as they swing out of the back straight is Soul Seeker. But the front 4 are well grouped, and off that final turn on the inside is Josie's Kid, but strongly challenged now by Bang on the Bell with a 2-length break to MJK and Glorious Charmer. The riders both hard at work, and then there's 3 lengths to Soul Seeker. Bang on the Bell has disputed it with, off the final turn, Josie's Kid. There's a half a length between them, but MJK is running on strongly. Josie Gordon getting a good response for this one, is now putting in a strong run the near side, but it's still Bang on the Bell narrowly. But here's MJK with a strong run on the outside, didn't quite get there. Bang on the Bell held off the last surge of MJK, then back in.
What a waste of 2 bets. That's why we're going to focus now, stick to the methods. That was a waste of bet, putting that win bet in there, because when you do, yeah, Bang on the Bell signalled, and Soul Seeker not a reverse gamble as it turns out. 450 at Leopardstown, 4 minutes to go. Quickly read that one. Bloody hell, he's a big young lad. Lorden O'Brien Right, okay, 3 minutes to go. Leopardstown, 450. Handicap. All Lies Ahead strong. Long Soir strong. Georgetta strong. Superior Force Reverse Gamble. Maybe. Tory Angel strong. Gym pressing weak. Transcendental, nothing. Majestic Cult. Here's Majestic Cult. Safari Quest. Safari Quest potential, reverse gamble. So there's 4 that's strong, so rather than that, we'll go against it. Put there. And then if we go with the reverse gambles, then the others will come in, won't they? Let's put those 2 in. That's good news. Let's put those 2 in. I've only a minute to go, so I can't fit them all in this recording, this racing index. So I'm showing strong, the first 3 in the market. And Tory Angel. So it's one of 2 ways, this market. I've gone with the reverse gambles, Superior Force and Safari Quest. Let's listen to this one.
Season, whether it's first time out, that's always the guessing game, isn't it, at this time of year? But is a decent enough price to take a chance with the 4 places on offer.
Yeah, 8-1 for Cavallo Pazzo, paying the extra place here, as Ross points out. It's been a bit of a market negative through the course of the day. It was sort of 7-2 stroke 4-1 early doors. Has gone out in the betting, but that does mean you're getting an each way price now. We're set at Leopardstown.
And they're off. In the Spain 1038 handicap over an extended 7 furlongs towards the inside Transcendental, with improving up on the outer High Time You Won. Also close to the early pace moving through is Majestic Colt, who takes over as they near the end of the first furlong. Majestic Colt with Cavallo Pazzo improving on the inside to dispute the lead. They're a little over a length in front of High Time You Won. Close up is Georgetta towards the inside Transcendental. All Lies Ahead has made good headway up to join the leaders. They're tightly grouped as they head on with less than 5 furlongs to race. Majestic Colt goes along in front. Cavallo Pazzo is second. All Lies Ahead is next. They're followed at this stage by Georgetta with High Time You Won. Alongside them is Ling Shore, and towards the outside as they make the far turn and head across, Superior Force. They're at the halfway stage as they head for the 3 furlong pole. Majestic Colt in the lead, tracked by Cavallo Pazzo. On the outside, All Lies Ahead. Georgetta, Transcendental is towards the inside. Ling Shore just behind them. High Time You Won nudged along. Making headway the inside is Tory Angel. Around the outer, Superior Force pushed along as they head on with 2 furlongs to race. In the orange colours, Majestic Colt. Over on the far side, Transcendental. Cavallo Pazzo between them. All Lies Ahead down the outside. Looking for a run behind them is Ling Shore. Tory Angel also staying on as they near the furlong pole. All Lies Ahead the stand side. Majestic Colt in the centre. Ling Shore is staying on between them, well inside the final furlong. All Lies Ahead. Ling Shore challenging strongly on the inside. Back in third is Majestic Colt as they go to the line on the near side. All Lies Ahead. Far side Ling Shore close for third between Majestic Colt and Tory Angel.
All Lies Ahead has landed the prize at Leopardstown, scores at 130. We'll be off to Nottingham in a moment. But a quick word on what we've seen there, Ross. All Lies Ahead. The favourite was certainly the unexposed one in the race. A couple of unexposed horses in there, in truth. But she's returned off 303 days on the sidelines and has fended off Longshore in the closing stages.
Yeah, right horses came to the fore, didn't they? I thought Longshore was going to weave a passage, but yeah, Billy Lee had the favourite on the right part of the track on the outside, and just kept on going for all lies ahead. Yeah, there'll be.
Is whether or not I am a pedophile. Obviously, I'm here, not arrested, so she felt there was no basis for the allegation that I'm a pedophile.
Did you make a call to Child Protective Services, sir?
Can I leave that under confidentiality?
Well,
Yes,
you
sir.
think...
I'll answer if you
No, well, the point is, Mr. Heath, if you had grounds in your judgment to place a call to Child Protective Services, because that's her counterclaim. She says that you had no basis. She believes you did call.
Okay, that would be a different question. Would I have, if I called, would I have a basis? The answer is yes, I would.
Well, tell me what basis you had if you had called.
Okay.
Got it.
I'm sorry, I don't consider that very funny. The basis I have is that I have seen her use the most unusual type of child rearing, curse words at her daughter. I've seen her with an open hand strike her daughter in the head. Also, I am quite suspicious that her daughter has some type of minimal brain damage. I'm not sure if it's cerebral palsy like my wife.
Quiet. You be quiet, you leave. Do you understand?
I am not sure if it's cerebral palsy, or I'm not sure if it's attention deficit disorder, but I know she has fine motor coordination problems because one of the things I've done with the children is to plant a garden. And when Sanji came up to plant, she could not follow my simple instructions that I could get the children half her age to do. So I'm just...
Stand down. Go ahead.
I am quite concerned. I don't know...
So that would be the basis. If you had called...
If I had called.
If you had called, that would be the reason that you called.
Affirmative.
Okay. As far as me, the allegation was that I called my daughter the B word and I hit her with this. My daughter is really, I would never, I do not use that word. I don't like that word. I don't even call that word because my mother called me that, and I would never call my children that, no matter how.
So I missed another there. Damn it!
That's just ridiculous. And as far as me,
Right. So Racing Demon is a gold each way gamble.
yeah, open hand. There's no way. I'm gonna ask my son.
Doug Fox has a gold win, but that's a favourite, so we're not interested in backing down. I put in the two fixes.
Mr. Heath may be a peculiar man. He may not have exercised good judgment when he taunted you by repeating your sister's name. Doesn't give you license to put your hand or your body in another big body, sir, another human being. You have no right to do that. As I said, there is no indication today that Mr. Heath is anything other than maybe a slight bit odd.
I resemble that remark.
Right. But that's it. And we celebrate that kind of stuff in this country. You have an absolute right to say to your daughter, I don't want you to play with Mr. Heath. I don't want you alone with him. Don't go to his house. But you can't put your hands on him. Do you get it? Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,700. That's all.
My whole thing was I want him to stay away from my daughter.
In the case of Sanji, I will be standing quite a distance from her, and she will come to me. So what am I supposed to do? Don't let get my little son.
He doesn't look normal. He doesn't do nice, right stuff.
I like children. They tend to be people without guile. Adults have so many hang-ups.
The police have told him to stay away. The judge told him to stay away, and he constantly keeps coming back. So I don't think he gets it.
I find the questions that children ask me quite stimulating.
I don't feel like I overreacted. I'll take up for what I did, and I feel bad for it now.
It was not a smart thing, but being such a giving person after so long and having this child, albeit he's 17, he called me a pedophile, was a bit infuriating.
Stay away. That's all.
Right, guys. So I had a gold win signal for Doug Fox, gold gamble, Racing Demon each way. As you can see on the right hand side here, I missed the time again and it didn't go in, but I did get the fixes in. So I am hopeful for Paparico to win this. And the other fix, not so much. Peaceful Night. Those two I did get in. See how this goes. All's gone.
This is going to be a match bet at some point. I think they're going to go with that. The outsider's getting upset. Just run the race.
Yeah.
This could go. I mean, anything could happen here. We've gone without two of them.
Dog Fox and Angel's Voice. We've gone without. We'll tally that up after.
To a withdrawn at the starting stalls. Paparico was the slowest away in the racingtv.com handicap over a mile and a quarter. One of the first away is the white-faced Cross.
Leopardstown was a bad call on my part. I shouldn't have put any in, really. If I can't cover all of them, I should not have put the two reverse gambles in. The gold gamble went and won that one, and the other strong one came second. Tory Angel got paid out fourth. There was another strong one at 12 to 1. All Eyes Ahead was the gamble of the race, and that landed over there. If I put in the gambles, I should at least make sure I'm getting the reverse gambles in with the gambles, because that is a very connected system method.
Continues to bowl along in front with a clear advantage of 2 lengths. 2 Peaceful Night in second position. Ecto Cross bidding to follow up that win at Lingfield towards the outside under Callum Shepherd is third. A Nectar Racing Demon in fourth, and 1 length away 5 on the outside Paparico. Lilla Cross is still just about in touch as they come into the home straight for the final time, and once again they head over towards the stand side rail, and Cross Stitch continuing to show in front. Peaceful Night just being asked to close down this leader. Ecto Cross under pressure. Paparico's back the stands rail. Racing Demons down the middle of the course. Lilla Cross is over on the far side, but some way behind with 3 furlongs left to run. The challengers queuing up here to Cross Stitch. Racing Demon and Peaceful Night on the right. Ecto Cross and Paparico on the left, and there are 5 in line heading down towards the final quarter mile. Cross Stitch still trying to hold sway from Ecto Cross. Paparico on the near side. Racing Demon and Peaceful Night out towards the middle as they race on down to the final furlong, and it's Peaceful Night and Andrea Razzini from Cross Stitch on the near side. Paparico and Ecto Cross, then Racing Demon. Paparico and Peaceful Night, the two going on from Ecto Cross. Peaceful Night and Paparico battling it out. Paparico on the near side just getting the better, and Paparico got there to beat Peaceful Night, Ecto Cross, and they were followed through by Cross Stitch Racing Demon.
So first and second for the 2 fixers going head to head, and the one that we thought that had the money down, Paparico beat Peaceful Night. Yeah, I've just missed a reverse gamble, and in the Kempton 5 o'clock, because it's all happening races between 5 minutes apart at the minute. This is what a cup of tea does to you. I can lose thousands of pounds just by making a cup of tea. Right, so here this reads, Come On Girl, Goldwyn favourite. Not interested. I'm back in favourites. The fix, Sharon McCready, strong, so that's gone in each way. But the reverse Forever Dreaming was quite strong as well. The potential reverse gamble is Dancing Empress, really strongest reverse gamble I've seen of the day, if it is one. But yeah, let's hope the fix does it anyway. Sharon McCready.
Is very well treated. She's making a stable debut here for Henry Spiller, previously with Richard Hannon in the Midland Park colours, and so she got new owners, new yard as well, and she only changed hands for 18,000 guineas back in October. She does have to defy 175 days off of the track, but her last winning mark, which was on her handicap debut, came off of a £6 higher mark than this, and yes, she sort of had that spell in the doldrums then for her previous yards towards the back end of last season, but she is very well treated here. If just the switch of yards can spark that bit more life back into her, the trip's absolutely fine for her. She is drawn in 6, where well, we've seen at Kempton tonight and over this trip that the lower draws have been favoured. But even so, at that current price, I'd probably give her a chance more so. And then with Christian House taking £5 off of her back as well, she would probably be the one that I would most likely chance in this at the prices.
Codius Sangarius then for Kate at 5-1. I was sort of suggesting tongue-in-cheek that we might lose runners out of this race as well. Well, we have. Lady Holly has been withdrawn. She was one of the outsiders, so again, there's not going to be any Rule 4 consideration there, but it will knock the field down from 8 to 7. So not been a great couple of minutes for the each-way bunters. They're often racing at Kempton.
6 furlongs, very awkward coming out of the stalls was Codius Sangarius, who now drops the tail of the field. Sharon McCready is extremely keen, tries to get some cover, and now will get it as Dancing Empress moves on around the outside. Dancing Empress takes the lead. Company Minx to the outside, racing in second. Come On Girl is in third. Sharon McCready still racing very, very keenly in fourth position. Then Runner Bean up against the inside rail. Codius Sangarius is now last but one. Forever Dreaming is the back marker. They're making the turn and racing inside the final 3 furlongs. Dancing Empress has the rail and has the advantage by 3 parts of length over Company Minx, who now comes alongside in second. Towards the inner, Come On Girl. Out wide is Sharon McCready. Then going the cutaway route to the inside, Runner Bean, who has every chance. Meanwhile, down the centre of the course, Codius Sangarius begins to pick up. Totally outrun at the back of the field is Forever Dreaming. Inside the final furlong, Company Minx is a lead of 3 parts of a length. Over on the far side, Come On Girl. Towards the near side is Codius Sangarius. Racing inside the final 50 yards. Company Minx is in front.
Section, now will you stop?
So I didn't get Paparico put into there. And Peaceful Night didn't get recorded in time, did it? So they're there ready to go, but more points not recorded, along with the other 1,000. Absolutely ridiculous.
And immediately jam on the brakes, push and turn right into the center, and stop the first, and she was through the intersection already. She got the car, this one pulls the lines, you get
I missed Wincanton as well, and this time of day I don't want to be missing these things.
Why didn't you get out of the first one?
She was out there. As soon as she got out of the car and pretty much started listening.
Pavlovsky is the signalled strong fix here. Triple Trade's quite strong. Flagship Delitiep is a gold each way gamble. So Pavlovsky and the gamble Flagrant Delitiep are the signals, and Fanzio is potential reverse gamble. So I hope the 50-1 doesn't land because I can't get on. That's 2 missed, 3 missed now. Company Minx wins at Kempton's 5 o'clock, and 50-1, and that isn't a reverse gamble, so that's one that got by. It's one that got by, guys. Let's try and prepare for it. Well, now it's 5:15, so now I've got plenty of time. Let's see what's going on.
The blue headgear, the grey horse, towards the near, which is Flagrant Delitiep. It's your leading trio as they come towards what will be the third last in a circuit's time. Flagrant de la Tiep just about jumped on there to Fanzio and Native Robin. They're then followed by Dreaming Blue, Check Cap in fourth. Then Triple Trade, the Red Sleeves, followed then up the inner by Mongol Emperor, who's got a little bit closer. Pazvolski's last but one, and Lazy Sundays at the rear of the field as they take that one. Again, all safely over it. Fanzio now comes through to lead in his own right. So it's Fanzio to Native Robin and Flagrant de la Tiep. This will be the last in a circuit's time. Fanzio again saw a good stride and was over it well. Bit of an error from Dreaming Blue, just slightly awkward there, but still okay in fourth spot, followed then by Triple Trade in fifth. Then after that, Mongol Emperor, Sheepskin Noseband, the pink and dark blue, Pazvolski last but one, and another Sheepskin Noseband wearer, Lazy Sunday, at the rear of the field. Oh, and there's a problem there, unfortunately, for Mongol Emperor. Mongol Emperor is out of the race as they make their way towards the water jump, and it's Fanzio to Native Robin, then up the inside, Flagrant de la Tiep. That's your leading trio as they come to the next, followed then by Dreaming Blue, and then Triple Trade towards the outside. A reminder now for Pazvolski, who is just ahead of Lazy Sunday, who's at the rear of the field as they head on down the far side for the final time. And it's Native Robin just to Fanzio on the outside. Fanzio and Native Robin. Again, Fanzio saw a really good stride. Native Robin was a little bit clumsy at it. Flagrant de la Tiep up the inner. These three are still well on from Triple Trade, who races in fourth. Dreaming Blue now relegated to fifth. Then Pazvolski and Lazy Sunday is at the back of the field. To the next they go. Again, Fanzio's seen a big stride there and got over it in front. Leads by about 3/4 of a length to Native Robin in second. Flagrant de la Tiep, the grey, has gone the shortest way throughout, followed then by Triple Trade as they come towards the next. This one is plain. Fanzio, the leader, to Native Robin, the maroon jacket, in second. Then Flagrant de la Tiep in third. Triple Trade is just tiptoeing into this now in fourth spot, followed then by Dreaming Blue, and then Pazvolski and Lazy Sunday over the final fence on the far side. Fanzio and Native Robin landed just about as one there. Fanzio has just been nudged along after that fence, and Native Robin has zipped up the inside to go back on. So it's Native Robin to Fanzio in second. Flagrant de la Tiep is now back into third and lobbing along quite well. Triple Trade just continues to get a little bit nearer. Down towards the fourth last fence they go, and it's Native Robin that now leads to Fanzio on the outside. Triple Trade is travelling very strongly and now gets over that in third, ahead of Flagrant de la Tiep in fourth. Bit of a gap back to Lazy Sunday, and then Dreaming Blue. Pazvolski's at the rear of the field, making the swing for home now. Native Robin has been in the vanguard throughout, but has seen one or two of these off, but Triple Trade continues to travel pretty strongly on that one's outside, and Lazy Sunday is getting away into this as well. Down towards the third last they go, and it's Native Robin and Triple Trade. Native Robin, the black cap, Triple Trade, the red sleeves, goes on at the third last to Native Robin in second, who's now looking a bit tired. Lazy Sunday tries to stay on, but as a race towards the second last now, it's Triple Trade for the Tizard team, leads by 3 or 4 lengths. Lazy Sunday now moves into second. Triple Trade at the second last, didn't jump it but brilliantly. Lazy Sunday's getting closer. Triple Trade, Lazy Sunday, followed then in third by Dreaming Blue, staying on as well. Down towards the final fence.
So we didn't miss anything there. Fix didn't come, and the gamble didn't come on that one. 5:15 Wolves. I could do with another cup of tea, but we'll have to wait. I don't make one. Just come back to several losses. What's the race after 5:15? 5:25. Right, let's it's a Goldwyn favourite there, so, and I'm showing only a weak signal for Wolf of Oshkosh. But it is a handicap, so I'm going to go 5:15 Wolf of Oshkosh. Oxshot. Now we're jumping into a sweet signal with Cedar Cage, Lexington Knight, Goldwyn favourite. Let's put it in. Let's get rid of those. It's plaguing me, Racing Demon. No, this market's jumping around like a jumping bean. I haven't seen any jumping beans for years and years. Yeah, I'm happy with that against the Goldwyn favourite, Johnny Boom. It's obviously indicating being a trier. Bit of money for Lexington Knights, getting strong. Might not get the each way because of these two. Johnny Boom, Lexington Knight might be just ahead of Wolf of Oxshot. 10 minutes to make a cup of tea. Yeah, I mean, if we're posing the favourite, then it's Lexington Knight for the win anyway. Tough one. Nearly a gold gamble, gold each way gamble, called nearly on Wolf of Oxshot. But again, it's likely third in a race that only pays first and second. Pepsi with the cap. It's gone to a weak reverse gamble signal. The trainer's not doing nothing at the minute. He's out of form. Let's just listen to this one.
Then fairly bombed out at Lingfield last time around.
Yeah, exactly. Which, like I say, you're putting a lot of emphasis then on this yard switch as well. I mean, the Scudamore, Michael Scudamore yard, they've been having a quiet time of things and themselves, but obviously in the same ownership still. Previously with Joseph Parr, and he really did bomb out last time out. He was eased out of things ultimately as well after, you know, at the start of last year, or kind of going into the coming back out of the summer, you could see he was a horse where he was progressing. But yeah, that definitely went out the window last time out anyways. But you can forgive that, and he's been given the break since with the stable switch as well, and he may still have some more improvement.
And Ellen Valley in there as well, a very rare all-weather runner for Fergal O'Brien, just the 10th horse he's ran on the all-weather in the last 12 months. And if these figures are to be believed, he's just had the one winner from 52 runners on the all-weather in his career, Fergal O'Brien. But he sends Ellen Valley to the track here today. Cedar Cage is the pick for Kate. The flags are up at Wolverhampton.
A mile and a half for the Scoo Select Expert Tips by Bet UK Handicap. Slow to go was Cedar Cage, the back marker, as they make the runner out of the back straight first time round. Pepsi with a cap with the white cheek pieces disputes it with Lexington Knight as they leave the back straight first time round. They race together, as do the third and fourth, Johnny Boom on the inside of Elam Valley, and also racing side by side Cedar Cage in the black and white, who's improved after a slow start, taking quite a keen early grip, and racing alongside Wolf of Oxshot, the second of the greys. But it's Pepsi with a cap, having a first start for David Pipe today. She leads off the turn first time round and leads by a length from Lexington Knight. Alec Volkonski aboard the dual course and distance winner in second, and then on the inside Johnny Boom in the black and light blue checks red cap of Dan Gilbert. Another taking quite a keen grip is Elam Valley in the hands of Kevin Stott, racing on the outside of the restrained Cedar Cage. George Edery on board, as he was when this one won over a slightly longer trip last week, and Wolf of Oxshot is just the back marker under Reese Clutterbuck as they make the turn left-handed, swing Past the 7 furlong start, head out towards the far side. And Lexington Knights, with a good record here at the track, consistent performer, takes them along as they make the journey out towards the 6 furlong start. Leads by 3 parts of a length from Pepsi with the Cap, formerly with Gavin Cromwell, now with David Pipe. In 3rd place on the inside is Johnny Boom, as they swing away into the back straight, approach the last 5 furlongs, half a length away in 4th place Elam Valley. Then a length back to Cedar Cage, and still the back marker, but very much in touch as they go well down the far side of the track, is Wolf of Oxshott. They're passing the point 4.5 furlongs from home, and there's been little change in the order, with Lexington Knight showing the way to the others. Lexington Knight still within attendance in 2nd place, Pepsi with the Cap. A reminder for Elam Valley up on the outside of Johnny Boom, and then on the inside races Cedar Cage, and just half a length to Wolf of Oxshott. They're 3 furlongs out, they leave the back straight, and Lexington Knight, being scrubbed along in front by Alec Volkansky, has been headed by Pepsi with a Cap, who commits for home under Jason Watson as they leave the back straight. But tracking that one through is Johnny Boom going 2nd. Lexington Knight looks to have run his race. He drops back and is about to be passed by Cedar Cage. Wolf of Oxshott has to try and pick up from the rear, and at the back is Elam Valley. But it's Pepsi with a Cap with the advantage, but Johnny Boom looks a potent threat as they come now inside the final furlong, and then Wolf of Oxshott, who's staying on to go 3rd. Cedar Cage hasn't picked up, but we're well inside the final furlong. Johnny Boom's hit the front and gets the better of Pepsi with the Cap. The late danger on the outside will be Wolf of Oxshott, but didn't quite get there. Johnny Boom beats Wolf of Oxshott, Pepsi with the Cap, and Cedar Cage.
The outcome to our 6th race is
first number 3, second number 7. Just doing my Nick Bostock impression. 3.
You felt sorry for your sister, you turned the electricity on. A couple of days later, he came back. And he lived in the apartment for a couple of months, racking up an electric bill. You want him to pay the electric. Yes, ma'am. And you say, she did a nice thing for me, right?
Yeah, she did a nice thing.
Good. But are you Smith? Are you Smith or Matthews? You're Smith. How old are you, Mr. Smith?
29.
How many children do you have?
2.
How old are they?
7 and 2 months.
And what do you do to support these children?
I'm an auditor.
How long have you been an auditor?
About 7 months.
What did you do before that?
I worked for the temporary services, been all kinds of odd jobs.
Well, can you tell me why it was that you seemed to have difficulty maintaining a home of your own?
I don't. You know what I mean? I've paid the bills, I've worked solid.
What I'm asking you, Mr. Smith, is according to the complaint, you first lived with Miss Matthews' mother, then you had your own apartment, then you got kicked out of that apartment, you moved back with her mother, and then after her mother, you moved in with your mother.
No, that's when we had to leave suddenly because of the business.
Just a second. You lived in an apartment without living with somebody's mother for a couple of months. Why are you living with everybody's mother instead of living on your own?
Her mother was sick. She wanted to move back in with her mother, take care of her mother.
Is your mother sick?
No.
So what'd you move in with your mother for?
Because we had to leave suddenly and we needed someplace to live.
Well, where are you living now?
With my mother. But this has just been like a few weeks ago.
Okay. When and why was the electric bill turned on by you?
It was turned on, I'd say in February.
So, gold gambled fix here, the main one being Lisa Marie, sorry. Lisa Marie is the most interested.
Miss Matthews.
He had moved out, and when did he move
Sadiqa is gold each way gamble.
Moved out into a fight.
No, Sadiqa's strong.
Did he leave on his own or was he escorted out?
Oh no, he left on his own.
Fine.
Blue Peak is a fix. Patrick Street is a gold each way gamble.
Where were your children at the time? You had
I'm sure there's one I've missed at least on this one. Markets hit joint favouritism, none of ours.
Electricity for you and his child.
No, it wasn't his child. We hadn't had a child together yet then.
Well, how old are your children?
Drop this to the Facebook boys. This is how you guys will be tipped.
Yours not. You said you have 2 children. Their ages are 7 and 2 months. So the 7-year-old is not the child that you have with her. That's another child. Where's that child?
Maybe if I do a service it will actually be, and if I can get people on the end of Telegram on a call, and we do it that way, and I can mute everybody out, that would be a lot quicker to speak through, obviously, the selections, rather than type them in because that costs time to type them in. Or I can just, probably easier, to throw them in this way.
This is very, very, very difficult to call.
Well, nice couple moving in, and we can go and join Peter O'Hare.
Off and racing for the ITBA Next Generation Handicap over an extended 7. Close up in the early stages, So Unique taking a keen hold towards the outside leads. Barnhill Rose is close on the inside. Sinead Shekels close to the early pace with Magyar. On the inside, Rocket 12, not far off them towards the outer is Pulse of Shanghai with Cheeky Peak to his inner. As they head on to the end of the second furlong, So Unique to the outside leads the way. Declan McDonough, followed by Magyar. Rory Mulligan moving through into second. Sinead Shekels, Robert Weirty, and on the rail, Rocket 12, Andy Slattery, this leading quartet. Followed to the end of the back straight by As I Said, with Barnhill Rose as they pass the half-mile pole and make the turn that brings them across on the approach to the straight. Still going along in front, but only narrowly. So Unique with moving through on the inside, Rocket 12. Sinead Shekels in third spot as they pass the 3 and approach the turn in. Rocket 12 is taken over on the inside of So Unique. They're followed by Sinead Shekels. As I said, making headway around the inside is Patrick Street. Behind them, Barnhill Rose, driven along trying to close on the outside. Pulse of Shanghai, wider still Blue Peak. Less than 2 furlongs to race, spread across the track in the white, with the white face in the centre. Rocket 12, tackled by, as I said, over on the rail is Patrick Street. They show out in front of Barnhill Rose, a break then to Lisa Maria, but inside the final furlong in the centre, as I said, over on the rail is Patrick Street coming home well. Stand side Barnhill Rose, right between them is Rocket 12 with 50 yards to race. As I said, and Gavin Ryan with the narrow advantage. As I said, will win it from Patrick Street second, Barnhill Rose third, and a break of a few lengths to Rocket 12 in front of Lisa Maria.
Can't believe we didn't find that one, Ross. The second reserve who gets in. Best at the finish was 6th.
To be fair, I mean that.
I'll just check in a moment that if
You said you paid the bill. Show me you paid the bill. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. What time did you do it? Great. Big choice. How old are you? You're 20? 29. You have 2 children? No children. Where are the rest of your children? Carter with me and how old are you to live with you? Right now, 9, 7, and 2 now 6 and 2. You don't think about the ages of your children. I think you have enough children. Next is going to be the manger. Just as it comes to the opportunity to
right, guys. So I need to check if I missed that because. Right, Patrick Street second, made a profit but not cover all 4. So 2 were paid for there, so we lose another 2. As I said, I didn't look at because I was all over that market. It wasn't a clear read, it was too many horses, not enough time. 5.22 at Leopardstown. Hope it's one I haven't missed. It's not a method bet. Right. Yeah, it is a method bet because I always put these in, but obviously I didn't put this one in. So that's why I didn't see it in the market, because the reserves in Ireland don't go in the market. Don't go in the checks that I do. As I said, reserve. Yeah, so I normally put the reserves in, but and the reserves I can put in early morning. So shame, beaten by a neck. That's all. It could have been a completely different thing. That But yeah, always cover reserves in Ireland as standard. Do them early morning, as I should, but I've been busy lately. I'm going to have to take a break anyway. I'm getting tired of making mistakes now. So look at 5:30. Kempton, that looks like the favourite. She's strong. Yeah, I can't see that getting beat. Potential reverse gamble on the 3. That should follow it home.
Who gets a chair at the table for smash roast potatoes with salsa verde?
I'm definitely getting tired here. Right, so second place might go to, if that's not a reverse gamble, Sapphire Seas. Page 3 might have a chance here. Getting close. Just put that in, I'll go and make a cup of tea. Leave you with the commentary for a page 3 each way.
He again showed some sort of signs of greenness in that contest, but she still managed to find plenty, and she won pretty cosily in the end. And again, she took quite a while to pull up too, so she looked pretty smart on that debut start, winning by a length. And as I say, she had all of the right horses in behind her on that day as well. And clearly then she comes here, and more is expected of her on the back of that sole start so far. Has a good draw in stall 1, 2, but Sapphire Seas, very similar profile. They ran over the same course and distance, these top 2 at the head of a market last time out, and there's very little to separate them in the times that they posted in those races as well. And again, in Sapphire Seas' race last time out, there wasn't a mad gallop. They sort of steadied it down after 2 furlongs there, and that did not suit her, considering she was ridden further back as well. And so she had to show enough of a sign, enough of a turn of foot, and she really had to show a lot of resolution then in the finish. And she clearly built on her debut start, where she showed plenty of signs of greenness. But even again last time out, she herself was still showing signs of inexperience. But I like the attitude that she showed on that most recent occasion anyway. And you just imagine that more of a test for her should really suit her, either a better gallop or the further trip. Well, she's got the longer trip this time around anyway, and she has now the experience of the 2 starts to her name so far as well. Now, William Buick takes back over in the saddle after Billy Nocnan rode her last time out, but I really didn't think there was much between the pair of them. And as I say, the times of their latest starts was also was also something I was trying to use as a deciding factor, but ultimately couldn't. So I think, yeah, from prices dictating me as much as anything, it would have to be Sapphire Seas. But yeah, it is fascinating to see how these 2 are going to shape up in this.
Krakow Light 4-5, Sapphire Seas 2-1, Polar Princess 10-1, Page 3 14, 16's Cloud Angel, and 100-1 for Charlotte Square.
Interesting race, isn't it? For I think the Shively Park horse is interesting as well. The Dam was second on debut to Avon Bridge, of all horses.
Yeah.
And has had several.
He again showed some sort of signs of greenness in that contest, but she still managed to find plenty, and she won pretty cosily in the end. And again, she took quite a while to pull up too, so she looked pretty smart on that debut start, winning by a length. And as I say, she had all of the right horses in behind her on that day as well. And clearly then she comes here, and more is expected of her on the back of that sole start so far. Has a good draw in stall 1, 2, but Sapphire Seas, very similar profile. They ran over the same course and distance, these top 2 at the head of a market last time out, and there's very little to separate them in the times that they posted in those races as well. And again, in Sapphire Seas' race last time out, there wasn't a mad gallop. They sort of steadied it down after 2 furlongs there, and that did not suit her, considering she was ridden further back as well. And so she had to show enough of a sign, enough of a turn of foot, and she really had to show a lot of resolution then in the finish. And she clearly built on her debut start, where she showed plenty of signs of greenness. But even again, last time out, she herself was still showing signs of inexperience. But I like the attitude that she showed on that most recent occasion anyway. And you just imagine that more of a test for her should really suit her, either a better gallop or the further trip. Well, she's got the longer trip this time around anyway, and she has now the experience of the 2 starts to her name so far as well. Now, William Buick takes back over in the saddle after Billy Knocknarn rode her last time out, but I really didn't think there was much between the pair of them. And as I say, the times of their latest starts was also was also something I was trying to use as a deciding factor, but ultimately couldn't. So I think, from prices dictating me as much as anything, it would have to be Sapphire Seas. But yeah, it is fascinating to see how these two are going to shape up in this.
Krakow Light 4-5, Sapphire Seas 2-1, Polar Princess 10-1, Page 3 14, 16's Cloud Angel, and 100-1 for Charlotte Square.
Interesting race, isn't it? For I think the Shively Park horse is interesting as well. The Dam was second on debut to Avon Bridge, of all horses, and has had several.
Third, a length and a half to Page 3 in the hands of Ray Dawson in fourth. Half a length to the inside, Kieran Schumacher aboard Polar Princess, and still just over a length away is Charlotte Square and Rob Hornby, last of the 6, and they go midway down the back straight, and they're going now towards halfway. Sapphire Seas still has control by a length, but now she just lugs out a little bit away from the rail as they go through that intersection where they would be leaving the track on the inner course. So it is Sapphire Seas back now on the straight and narrow, leads them into that far turn to Cloud Angel racing in second. Crack of Light is in third. In fourth, Page 3. Then to the inside, Polar Princess, and still the back marker with a half mile to go is Charlotte Square. Little change in the order as now they begin to quicken it up, and they're making the run round the turn and on towards the final 3 furlongs. Sapphire Seas and William Buick still by 3/4 of a length. Robert Havlin now just begins to niggle along Cloud Angel to try and close on the outside in second. Covered up to the inside, Crack of Light in the hands of Kieran Fallon in third, and now he's asking the question to the outside, Page 3, and they're racing down towards the final 1/4 mile, and Sapphire Seas tries to split the field. She's gone clear by over 2 lengths. In second now, Crack of Light. Page 3 is staying on, and then down the outside, Polar Princess. They're well inside the final furlong. Sapphire Seas now beginning to extend. She's gone clear by 4 lengths over Page 3 and Crack of Light. Pillar to post. Sapphire Seas makes all to win. In second on the inside, Crack of Light, and in third, Page 3.
We've got Dolphin Runner making all there. Sapphire Seas in the hands of William Buick.
Yeah, so it would be 3 at third, and they're only paying out first and second. First and second. Page 3 is third. Typical. So Sapphire Seas was a reverse gamble there. It was the actual strongest market mover in that race. Should have stuck with them. Should have stuck with it. SP700. Right, okay, 5:45 Wolves. Let's read that and come back to you shortly. Okay guys, Judge Judy has a short recess, so let's have a look at this one. Arcadian Knights didn't signal, in fact nothing signalled there, so we didn't have anything at Wolves. What we've got is a lot of strong selections at Leopardstown. I'm hoping to claw back some of those losses of this race. Left them in all at the same price, but really they should be 5k each way, and the fix, which is signalled, is Tara Power, and that's the one I'm hoping for. Tara Power.
Is Bringsty towards the outside, Fire Carl, the final trio. Theophilus in the centre. Towards the inner is Gentleman Jimmy, and with them towards the outside Gudrun Genberg as they head now at 3.5 furlongs to race. They're on the approach to the straight, and Out on Friday continues to show the way, closely followed by Nevada Brave. Wayne Walker is towards the outside. Tara Power making headway towards the inner. Along the extreme inside is Numidia, and they're chased to the straight by an improving Bringsty in orange colours around the outside. So they straighten up, they have less than 2 furlongs to race. In the centre, Nevada Brave with Tara Power, Numidia over on the rail. Never Find Another You with the white face down the outside is Bringsty. This quintet clear, heading to the furlong pole. Nevada Brave with Never Find Another You, Bringsty, and over on the far side, Numidia. Forward across the track inside the final furlong, and Bringsty has come through to lead on the stand side under Colin Keane. Never Find Another You in second as they go to the line. Bringsty will win it from Never Find Another You second, Nevada Brave third, Numidia and Theophilus.
Widest of all, travelled into the race best of all, and has found enough in the end. Bringsty wins the finale at Leopardstown, beating Never Find Another You in second. Again, they've challenged widest the first pair there. It's certainly been the place to be. We're tied up third and fourth in our own. Bringsty wins the last, though.
Yeah, that tells you all you need to know, isn't it? I mean, he didn't want to, Capers, but he did. He's won a Laytown Claimer. He's won a Haydock 7 furlong novice.
Bringsty was the signalling in the selections. Tara Power faded out. Nearly money back on that race for trying. Right, 6:05 at Kempton. Getting very tired. I think it's just Kempton all the way now, isn't it? Yeah, 6:05, 6:40. So I'll stop in between these, half an hour in between these races. And I don't think we're going to play the 6:05 at Kempton. That looks like a favourite that is going to win. Jeff Coons. So I don't think we'll be going against that one, apart from the unraced. No, that trainer's not against the Gosdens. It's Ashmore as well. It's not. If it was a handicap, yeah, we'd go against. The potential value, reverse gambles, and it is unraced after all, but it was Joseph Parr against the mighty Gosden yard. Now this is all against the yard and the powers of the yard and probably how much paid for the horses and the breeds. Okay, let's give it a shot to nothing. Call that Legend each way. You never know. Patriots Choice each way, because the traders are fine set on. Right, we'll come back and listen to that race in 5 minutes. Okay guys, we've gone for Covert Legend and Patriots Choice in the 605 at Kempton.
Inside, Wind in Your Sails has every chance. Towards the outside, Island Star also right there. Island Star takes the lead, drifts across in front of Covert Legend. They're inside the final 100 yards and racing up to close home. It's Island Star. Island Star first past the post. Jess Coudens in second. Close call third. Towards the inside, Wind in Your Sails, a desperately unlucky Covert Legend. May either be third, maybe fourth.
Yeah, close for third. First past the post, but it's won by 3 or 4 lengths. I don't want to do anything with that. Well, not by 3 or 4, but it's the horse that it's hampered most has finished about 3 lengths behind it. Fourth, yeah. Island Star beats Jeff Coudens.
So Covert Legend, it looks like would have been the winner. It's been hampered. So well, that would have been a nice 14-1 there. Really needed. Shame about when that happens. Soap it's got third, and then money back for the 2 positions that we played. So back for the 640 guys.
A little bit edgy behind the stalls. Having a bit of a look around as well. They're going to try and put the blindfold on this one now.
What was that? Anyway, Goldwyn Gamble, Lose Your Wad late off. Our gamble is the fix, gold each way, but I've put it in as a win now already, and I can't change it. On Crack Sking. Weak signal for the fix, Abu Royal. Trainers banging form. Reverse gamble on the tables turned, but I thought this was a handicap, so I put tables turned in on a reverse gamble. Really needs to be in a handicap, but it might get a place. And a reverse gamble silence is golden here. But like I say, those 2 bigger prices really needed it to be in a handicap. We'll see how it goes.
Turn behind as they make their way down the back straight. It's Royal Cape who has the lead by 3 parts of a length. Now it's a length over Lose Your Wad racing in second. Manila Mist towards the inside rail is in third, and Abu Royal is in 4th position. In 5th, towards the inside, races Cracks King. He is racing just in front of Silence is Golden as they go into the turn. Next is the green racing Prosper Legend, who has gone by Mysterian, who is now last but 1, and Tables Turn is still the back marker. They have a half mile to go, and Royal Cape has the rail and has the lead, but only just. Lose Your Wad now moving up to his outside and is pressing that pace, and now around the outside it is Lose Your Wad who goes on with just over 3 furlongs to go. In line for home, Lose Your Wad down the centre of the course takes the lead and travels smoothly. To the inside, Royal Cape is in second. Staying on now in third is Cracks King. Then on the inside, Manila Mist. Back into 5th position is Prosper Legend, who continues to stay on, and they're racing now down towards the final furlong. The leader is Lose Your Wad. Lose Your Wad by 2 lengths, battling back Royal Cape towards the inside, and down the outside, Cracks King is continuing to stay on. They have half a furlong to go. Lose Your Wad and Kieran Schumacher have the lead, but they need the line. It's going to get very tight as they hit the line. In the centre, Lose Your Wad. Over on the far side, the battling back Royal Cape, and towards the near side, Cracks King.
Yeah, he needed the line, but I think it's just about coming time. The Morrison horse was rallying, and the newcomer down the outside, Cracks King, was closing all the way to the line. It's ultimately third, only beaten about a neck. With Prosper Legend back in an Evanera 4th as well, but the fact that the favourite was able to get a decent early position, the benefit.
Okay, back for 7:15, doesn't look great. 7:45 doesn't look great, but there's a two fixed races in that one, 2 fixed horses in that one. Fixing the last might, you never know. Take that. Probably not, but it's a handicap. Anything can happen. Back soon.